Hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome to another edition of Henley High School basketball on MyBasin.com. The Hornets back in the thick of it in Skyline Conference play, and it brings them over the hill to the climate city of Grants Pass as they take on the Hidden Valley Mustangs. My name is Josh Eldridge, coming to you live from the Evergreen Federal Bank Sports Complex on the campus of Hidden Valley High School. And the Hornets enter play with a 10-0 unblemished league record and the Skyline Conference championship. Hidden Valley on the opposite end of the spectrum, towards the bottom of the league with a 2-9 league mark, 7-16 overall on the season. These teams have met two times previous this year, with Henley, of course, taking both games. It was their first meeting back on January 16th, where Henley won 73-22. They met again inside the Hornets' nest on February 6th, an 86-18 win for Henley there. Tonight wraps up the season series. Henley winning each of their last two games, though, against Mazama and Phoenix. Hidden Valley losers in each of their last two games against Mazama and Klamath Union. It is senior night tonight at Hidden Valley. We'll honor the Mustang seniors. We'll talk a little bit about the Henley seniors in action as well tonight. We are just about 5 minutes away from tip-off. We're going to step aside. We'll talk a little bit more about what the playoffs look like, as Henley has already clinched a spot in the 16-team OSAA state playoffs. We'll tell you who they're lined up to host, and we'll tell you all the things going on elsewhere around the state. Some playoff games in the 1A class going on tonight. Oregon Tech, for those fans of yours, Owls fans, they're in action this week in the Cascade Conference playoffs. It's a fun time of year, and we're glad that you're joining us tonight on MyBasin.com. We're taking a 2-minute timeout, and then more information plus starting lineups and tip-off next on MyBasin.com.
What are the best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan.
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
Josh Eldridge welcoming you back to MyBasin.com. Our continuing coverage of Henley Hornets basketball brings us to Hidden Valley High School. Just a couple of minutes away from tip-off tonight between the Hornets and the Mustangs. Henley, of course, your Skyline Conference League champions, 10-0 in league play, the number 5 OSAA ranking. They have already clinched their spot in the 16-team OSAA state championships. We still yet to exactly learn who the second team out of the league is going to be, although as I'm just making an educated guess here, as long as Mazama wins tonight against Phoenix, they will be the second team headed to the playoffs out of the Skyline Conference. If they lose and Klamath Union finds a way to win, then it will be the Pelicans. And, Klamath Union doesn't have a game tonight. If Mazama loses to Phoenix, it'll be winner-take-all on Friday night between the Pelicans and the Vikings for that second spot out of the Skyline Conference. But again, Mazama plays Phoenix tonight for a chance to clinch that spot. Other games happening in the Klamath Basin tonight. We'd have to talk about boys basketball in the 1A postseason. Number 9, Cross Point Christian begins their trek in a 32-team playoff tonight against Klickitat and Glenwood. That is number 9 against number 24. That game starts in about a half hour. Starting about a half hour ago, number 8, Chiloquin, the 2026 Mountain Valley League champions. The Panthers host number 25, Harper Charter. Pardon me, that game, like I said, started at 5:30. Don't have a score update yet, although I'm efforting it. We'll see if we can find one by the time our broadcast heads off the air tonight. The cool thing about this is that if Chiloquin and Cross Point Christian both win their opening round playoff matchups, they'll meet for the 4th time this season in the round of 16 with a state tournament berth, the final site berth, on the line at Chiloquin High School. That's what we're hoping for. I'd love to see those teams play for a 4th time this season. That's going to be a lot of fun. But coming back up to the 4A class, like I've said, Henley is the number 5 team. You could talk about where the postseason is and how everything lines up as far as that goes. With Henley at number 5, you'd say, well, they'd be playing the number 12 team. That's who they'd host. Well, Scappoose, the number 12 team in the state, is actually out of playoff contention as they're currently 4th in their league. You'd be looking at probably playing Malala, the number 14 seed, which is in the Tri-Valley Conference. Again, still a lot to be decided. It's still got a week left to play today, and we've got a good one for you tonight from Hidden Valley High School. 2 minutes, and we'll be back with starting lineups and tip-off on mybasin.com.
Come on in. Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance, and just a little bit about us. So we started in March of 2020, opened right before COVID hit. It's been a wild ride. So one of the things I'm super passionate about is this idea of being guides or think about like a map and compass. If you think about our job as physical therapists is to take a person who's had an injury and help them kind of go from point A to point B. And everybody's journey is different. It's never a straight line. It's nice to have someone that's been there, that's walked that path before many times. And so we see it as our honor and privilege to be able to walk with patients through those little steps along the way of getting back to doing the things they love. So to get a hold of us at Elevate, you can call our number at 541-887-2030. Check out our website, elevateptfp.com. Or check us out on Instagram, shoot us a message.
The Klamath Basin is beautiful, from shimmering Klamath Lake to rich farmlands to the historic downtown. And with an average of over 300 days of sunshine every year, the Klamath Basin is a great place to be. We here at Basin Media Active have been supporting this community for many years, keeping it entertained and informed with friendly faces and familiar voices. You can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, stream live local sports, and check out our community calendar, all on our website, mybasin.com. And you can download our app for free in your app store right now. Basin Media Active, local, community, engaged.
0 for 4. Welcome back to Hidden Valley High School tonight on mybasin.com. It's time now to introduce you to the starting lineup for your Henley Hornets. Starting number 3, a junior standing 5'5", Preston Shade. Number 4, a senior standing 5'9", Lily Fassell. Number 10, a senior standing 5'7", Senya Campos. Number 15, a sophomore standing 6 foot tall, Michaela Schroeder. And number 22, a sophomore standing 5'7", Gretchen Sheen. The Hornets are coached tonight by Randy Denson. He's assisted by Kevin Petrick and Heidi Friend. And now the starting 5 for the home team tonight, the Hidden Valley Mustangs. Starting number 2, a senior Taylor Graham. Number 3, a senior Madison Kelly. Number 23, a senior Sam Lesher. Number 32, a senior Michaela Dean. And number 34, a senior Harley Hips. The Mustangs are coached by Brenda Mendez, and she's assisted by Natasha Kunert and by Parker Wright. The Hornets tonight in their gold uniforms, Hornets written across their chest in navy blue. The Mustangs in their home jerseys tonight, Lady Stangs written across their chest in orange, an orange stripe down their white jerseys, and orange numbers and a blue outline there. Want to bring up our Elevate Therapy to ensure you see both the reduction in pain and enhanced mobility, getting you back to peak levels of optimal health and wellness. Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance has been treating athletes of all ages since 2020. Our officials tonight from the Rogue Valley Basketball Officials Association. If you want to get involved in a sport you love, whether it's basketball or baseball or softball or volleyball or swimming or tennis or whatever it is, visit osaa.org/officials to get started. The Hornets control the opening tip. Here's Gretchen Sheen with it on the far side. They try to get it underneath to Facel. She battles her way in and gets tied up. That is going to win possession for Hidden Valley. Just 10 seconds into the ball game, the Mustangs claim possession. To inbound for Hidden Valley will be Taylor Graham. She'll inbound to Kelly, and Kelly is bothered by Facel all the way into the front court. Feels a little bit of pressure there from Sheen as well. They're trying to get it to Graham. Kelly having a problem getting rid of the basketball, and finally she does. Here's Graham. Graham trying to go to work against Gretchen Sheen. Has it head of the key. They're looking for Lesher in close. Off the backboard, no, but Hidden Valley tracks down the miss. Taylor Graham tries to use the window to score. She won't be able to, and a foul is going against the Mustangs. This will be the first time this season that Henley has seen Hidden Valley's senior Sam Lesher. She had missed the first two contests this season, but was an all-conference, I believe, honorable mention a season ago, and is a quality player for Hidden Valley. And look for her to take over some of the ball handling duties tonight a little bit for the Mustangs. Lily Facel with it, head of the key. Now Sheen, now Campos in the corner. They try to get it to Schroeder, in close to Facel. Beautiful ball movement, leads to 2 points. And Lily Facel scores them for the Hornets. A steal the other way. Preston Shade going to add 2 more. Mustangs trying to work the other way. It's Madison Kelly into the front court. Loses it for a moment. It goes out of bounds. And a turnover. And that's been Hidden Valley's bane this season, is turning over the basketball. They can certainly score it. They've scored upwards of 40 points in most of the season. In fact, in the Skyline Conference, in terms of total points scored, they're third in the league. But their defense and their turnovers has lended themselves to a league worst defense, and that's been the trouble this year for Hidden Valley. Great feed inside from Campos. Up is Facel for 2. She's got 4 points, and Henley is up 6-0. Facel trying to add 2 more. She misses in close, gets her own rebound, goes back up, and it's rebounded by Madison Kelly. Kelly going to lose it, trying to get into the front court. And some subs in for Hidden Valley. Willow Brazil checks in along with Kaylee Bennett for Hidden Valley. They're going to send Michaela Dean and Sam Lesher to the bench. Inbound pass goes to Kaylee Bennett, the junior, handling the ball on the left side. It's passed off to Graham, and then she loses it. Senya Campos coming up with the takeaway on the far side of the floor. Senya looking for Sheen in close, finds her. They kick it back outside to Campos. Senya down low to Facel. Room underneath. She scores again. 6 points for Lily Facel, and Henley leads 8-0. 5:55 to go in the first quarter. Bennett with it on the far side. She's got room to shoot a deep one. Banks it in for 3. Bennett with the tray ball on the other side. Henley's going to turn it over. Taylor Graham steals it from Senya Campos. Bennett fakes a handoff. She'll be the one to bring it into the front court for the Lady Stangs. Pass comes near side to Kelly. Trying to operate around the middle of the floor is Kelly. Tightly guarded there by Facel. They get rid of it to Graham. A little give and go. Kelly blocked at the cup by Schroeder. But good idea there by Hidden Valley to try to get the ball inside. It's just that when you get inside, you're oftentimes met by the Skyline Conference reigning Player of the Year, Michaela Schroeder. No clue yet as far as all-conference selections yet for the Skyline. Those will likely get released after the season is over, not just the end of this week, getting ready for the playoffs, but likely until all of the Skyline Conference teams are eliminated from the postseason. So that would be Henley and then either Mazama or Klamath Union. As far as the teams from the conference that are making the playoffs. Here's Lily Facel with it on the right wing. They give it out to Gretchen Sheen. She tries a triple and uses the window to bank it in. Scores 11-3, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And Henley in front of Hidden Valley. They get the pass ahead to Brazil. She is going to lose it. Shade picks it free into the hands of Sheen. She's going to race ahead and put it up and in for 2. 10-point game. Henley in front, 13-3. 4:40 to go in the first quarter. Madison Kelly now along the near side. She brought it around the middle. Now to the hands of Bennett. Bennett guarded beyond the arc by Campos. Another give and go for Kelly down low. She's going to draw a foul this time on the same play, although this time it's run from the left side. Instead of going up in close against Schroeder, they go in against Fussell, and Lily fouls her. And so this is going to earn some free throws for the senior Madison Kelly. Want to remind you tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com, brought to you in part by Gino's on East Main Street. Open up every single morning at 6:30, serving up their famous breakfast burritos. Those are served all day long, along with other menu items like burgers, monthly specials, and Italian favorites. You can order online at iloveginos.com or have it brought to you with DoorDash. First free throw from Kelly was no good. The second one is good, and so it's a 13-4 ball game, nearly halfway through the first quarter. Here's Preston Shade. Fakes a pass in the corner to Modine, and then they kick it to Pappas, top of the key, down underneath to Sheen. A great feed to Schroeder, in close for 2. Credit the assist to Gretchen Sheen, and Henley expands upon their lead. The other way, Henley putting up a shot. Brazil from the right side, unable to get it to go, and the rebound falls to Henley. Modine rifles the pass ahead to Pappas. Had trouble with it at first, but Shoshani brings it around the outside. Kicks the pass back to Modine, rolls it to Sheen in close, high off the glass, and in for Gretchen Sheen. She's got 7 points, and her team up by 13. 17-3. I think they added a point to the wrong team, perhaps. Nope, it is 17-4. I apologize. I must have done it. 17-4, the score, now 19-4 after a 2-pointer scored there for Henley. And it's now 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Bennett into the front court here for the Mustangs. Passes it to Brazil here near side. She takes a screen going right. Finds some room for a deep 3, and she banks it in. First 3 points for her. And it's a 12-point difference. 3:15 to go in the first quarter. Shade working against Graham. She's going to lose it on the drive. Bennett picks it up. It's 2-on-2 in transition and poked free by Shade. And it will stay in the hands of Hidden Valley. Shade just filling the lane properly on defense there to stop some fast break points. Lily Fussell will check in. She'll replace Gretchen Sheen. And Harley Hips will check out. I believe that's Madeline Knabel in the game. Inbound goes to Bennett. She gives it right back to Graham, who drives from the left side and scores 2. Graham with her first 2 points of the night, makes it a 10-point game. Michaela Schroeder the other way, scoring 2 and 1. They are going to charge the foul to Madeline Knabel. Gives us an opportunity to remind you that tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com is brought to you in part by Howard's Meat Center, where tradition meets innovation with every cut and every bite of Smokin' H barbecue. As you step through their doors, you're not just entering a meat center, you're stepping back to a time where the quality of the customer service and the depth of the meat were everything. Check out Howard's Meat Center on South 6th Street next to Les Schwab Tires. The free throw from Schroeder was good, by the way, and so Henley up 22-9. 2:46 to go in the first quarter. Here's Bennett. Lofting it to Brazil, but overpassed and stolen by Pappas. Pass on the money to Fussell, but she's too weak on the layup. Schroeder gets the rebound. Her putback is there. Michaela Schroeder has come alive these last couple of minutes here for Henley. She's got 7 points. Hidden Valley trying to work the other way. A pass intended for Knabel, stolen away by Fussell. Lily has it there on the left side. Rifles the pass to Schroeder all alone in close, and Michaela continues to pile on here in the first quarter. She's got 9 points. It's a 26-9 game. Pass to Kelly in the corner for 3. She hit. Hidden Valley has had some great shots from long range tonight. 26-12, 1:51 to go in the first quarter. Pass on the other side is going to result in a foul, although I think it was a foul on the floor. And that's only the third Mustang team foul, so no free throws yet for Henley. Preston Shade will inbound. Senya Campos checks in for the Hornets. Naomi Blanton into the game for Hidden Valley. All right. Campos to inbound. Watch for her to inbound off the back of somebody. Nearly did. Instead, gets it into Modine, who's bumped on the floor. Thought that would have been on the shot. I think Coach Denson's face probably says he agrees with me, although I don't think it's worth the entanglement with the officials at this juncture. But Modine not going to get the shooting foul there. So instead, it'll be Pappish who inbounds. All right. Pappas in close to Schroeder from about 8 feet out. She's not able to hit, and Madison Kelly pulls down the rebound. They give it ahead to Kaylee Bennett. Bennett passing it to Brazil here on the near side. Guarded by Fussell, trying to operate top of the key. Down underneath the hips, pass stolen by Fussell. Hornets the other way. Fussell has it head of the key, over to Campos. Left unguarded from long range. She'll make you pay for it. Senya Campos with her first made triple today. A 29-12 game, a minute 16 to go in the first quarter. Pass ahead to Brazil here on the left side, trying to find some room into the middle of the paint. A strong take leads to two for Willow Brazil. Nice job on her. A solo bucket isolation entirely. Nice job. 29-14. Henley responds by missing a three-pointer. Schroeder there for the putback. Been saying that a lot already tonight, but it's been true. She's got 11 first quarter points. 31-14 the score. 48 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Driving into the middle again is Bennett. Tried to drive past Modine for a repeat of the last possession, although this time Hornets got a hand on it, poked it out of bounds. So denying the easy bucket that time to Bennett. And now Madison Kelly will inbound. Thought about getting it into Blanton close. Instead, they're going to throw it to Bennett for a three. She's not able to hit it. And the rebound falls to Henley. Shoshani Pappas racing ahead for the Hornets. Brings it inside the middle of the paint. A nifty dribble. Kicks it outside to Modine for three. It rattles in and out. Schroeder battles for the rebound. A physical take there, and the shot clock is off with 25 seconds to go. Pappas is going to be tripped up on her way inside, and Hidden Valley comes up with the steal on the other way. Bennett gives it up to Brazil. Well beyond the arc right side. Mustangs could take the final shot if they're patient. Brazil spins in and travels. And so it'll be Hornets basketball with 10.5 seconds to go in the first quarter and a 17-point advantage. Here is Kennedy Modine, bounces it to Pappas with 6, Pappas with 5, kicks it out to Fussell, fires with 3, no. Rebound falls to Pappas, gets her shot off before the buzzer, but it won't go. And Henley has built out a 31-14 lead after 8 minutes. Back with second quarter action next on mybasin.com.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Second quarter action begins now on mybasin.com. The Henley Lady Hornets in front of Hidden Valley 31-14. 5 on the floor for Henley. It's Lily Fussell, Senya Campos, Preston Shade, Gretchen Sheen, and Michaela Schroeder. Preston Shade from the right side puts up a floater, no good. Schroeder goes back up with the shot and gets fouled, so she'll be shooting a couple of free throws. 5 on the floor for Hidden Valley to begin the second frame. It's Kaylee Bennett, Sam Lesher, Harley Hips, Madison Kelly, and I believe that's still Taylor Graham into the game there on the far side. Can't make, nope, that looks like it's Willow Brazil. Couldn't make out if it was a 0 or a 2, so looks like Brazil is the one on the floor there in front of Hidden Valley's bench. Michaela Schroeder makes her first free throw. That gives her 12 points on the game so far, looking to make it 13 with another make here. And she does. Standout game so far for Michaela Schroeder, trying to make her case for back-to-back Player of the Year awards in the Skyline Conference. Lesher rifles the pass into the corner to Dean. Pardon me, this is Hips. Hips gives it up to Lesher. Lesher gives it outside to Bennett. Down underneath, a great feed to Hips, but she's too strong on the lay-in, and the Hornets get the rebound. Campos racing ahead to Sheen from the mid-range. It's too strong. The long rebound is picked up by Sam Lesher. She's racing along the far side of the floor for Hidden Valley. Lesher picks up the dribble, then gives it up top to Graham. This is Bennett. Bennett now to Brazil. Brazil dribbling head of the key, has a little bit of space against Sheen. Throws it in the corner to Bennett for 3, blocked by Facel from beyond the arc. She gives it up to Sheen. Racing ahead for Henley, down underneath to Schroeder. Too much on that pass from Sheen, and it will go out of bounds. Hidden Valley takes it. They've also got a new sub into the game. Here's Taylor Graham. Subconsciously, I guess, been looking for her. Called her out a couple of times when she was on the bench, but she has checked into the game now. She'll replace Madison Kelly. All right. Inbound taken by Bennett and then poked free by Sheen. It will stay Hidden Valley ball. And a side out in front of the Mustang bench. Inbound pass goes to Bennett. She's going to bring it up here for the Lady Stangs. Pass into the front court to Brazil. Trying to drive left against Facel. Split the defense, but she loses it only for Facel to be whistled for a reach-in foul. I think they're going to call Lily for this one, and if they do, it'll be her second. And there it is. That's the first team foul for Henley in this period. 1.5 minutes gone. And that is Lily's second foul. And what do we got? A sub in. All right, Shoshani Pappas going to check in for Lily. I think officials crossing the wire there, tried to speed up the game a little bit, but Henley got their sub in, and here we go. Sam Lesher receives the inbound pass in the corner, fakes a 3, drives inside, but is unable to hit the lay-in close, and Schroeder pulls down the rebound. Ahead to Shade. Shade drives all the way in, a little English on the layup, and she scores. A nice job there for Preston Shade. She's got 4 points tonight. Ahead is Hidden Valley, and they nearly turn the ball over, and they do. Schroeder comes away with the loose one. Tries to drive in, has her pocket picked. Now is Taylor Graham with a steal. The Mustangs the other way. Lesher up and no good from 2-point land. Schroeder is going to wrestle for the rebound. They're going to whistle Lesher, I think, for the foul. And it is. So Henley will keep possession of the basketball. And Brazil checks out. Kelly back in for Hidden Valley. 35-14, 6 minutes to go in the first half. Pass goes to Senya Campos. A wing 3 is good. 2 made triples tonight for Senya, and a 38-14 game. 5:50 to go in the second quarter. Bennett trying to get it underneath to Graham, but it's poked away, and Shoshani Pappas comes up with the steal. Pappas rifling the pass ahead to Campos. Can she do it from the near logo? She's not able to. The rebound is going to fall to Schroeder. Yep, she'll put that one back up and in for 2. Give her space to operate on the board. She'll make you pay for it all night long, and Schroeder is collecting her overdue payments tonight from Hidden Valley. Pass goes to Lesher on the wing. Had to leap to catch that one. Then goes up with a 3. It's no good. Schroeder with the rebound. Giving it up top to Shade. Shade drives the middle of the floor. Weaves in and out of traffic. Her shot misses, but Senya Campos is there for the rebound and the putback. 42-14, 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. And here's Bennett along the near side of the floor. Bennett takes a screen, trying to feed the cutting Graham in for 2, making the extra pass to Kelly, but no shot, no good. The rebound is going to be picked up by Harley Hips. She saves it from going out of bounds. And then I think it went out off a Henley player. No, actually Hips was stepping out of bounds when she had touched the basketball. Thought she had saved it, a good effort, but all for naught. Inbound pass goes to Lesher. Head fakes one, a long two. She's going to try to hand it off. Gets tied up. No whistle. They're going to allow Graham to take a three. Her three-pointer no good. Physical play underneath the cup, too, although a little sportsmanship shown. It was Hips and Campos who had a bit of a collision there looking for that rebound, but no whistle. Pat on the back. All is good, and the Hornets have the basketball. Shoshani Pappas gives it up to Shade. An uncontested wing three will hit front iron. Sheen with the rebound. Right-handed floater is in. A whistle. A timeout. 4:23 to go in the second quarter. 44-14. Back with more Henley Hoops after this on mybasin.com.
It's time to reclaim your health and your autonomy. At Heartfelt OBGYN, they focus on you. Their evidence-based approach to care means fewer office visits and a targeted treatment plan to directly address your specific needs. They believe in solutions for their patients, not the industry's profit margin. The providers at Heartfelt OBGYN are committed to serving the community and giving back to the basin. Find them at heartfeltobgyn.com. Heartfelt, because you deserve to be in control of your body and your informed choices.
44-14, 4:23 to go in the second quarter. The Hornets having success tonight at all three levels, but mostly underneath the cup with the help of Michaela Schroeder. By my count, she's up to 15 points on the contest. Hidden Valley looking to respond with a three, taken and missed by Kaylee Bennett. And Brooklyn Conrad is checked into the game for Henley. Pass comes to Shade. Shade met up top by the defense. Over to Modine. She's going to travel before driving in. So a turnover will give Hidden Valley the basketball. Henley has had great success against Hidden Valley this season. In fact, the last time these two teams met at Henley High School, February 6th, it was an 86-18 win against Hidden Valley. Now, Mustangs doing a better job on the offensive end here in this game, but that was Henley's season high in scoring in terms of the Skyline Conference season. It's their third game with 80 or more points, so it's not like Hidden Valley is in uncharted territory as far as giving up a ton of points to Henley. They've done it to a lot of teams this year, but have had certain successes against Hidden Valley, a lot of them on the interior, and there you see Pappas getting another offensive board. The putback, she's fouled. Going to the line for two more. 3:35 to go, second quarter. And Shoshani Pappas to the line. Pappas, the freshman, will be shooting her first free throws of the night. Want to remind you, tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com is brought to you in part by Abby's Legendary Pizza. If you're looking for a great place to eat, head to one of Abby's Legendary Pizza locations for some of the best pizza in the Klamath Basin at 1919 Austin Street or 2226 Shalleck Street near OIT. Also, if you're here in Grants Pass, first Abby's Legendary Pizza I ever had off Highway 238. If you want to head out there, too, for you fans listening here in the Climate City, Abby's Legendary Pizza, wherever they are, they're supporting high school athletes all in the Pacific Northwest. Here's Willow Brazil after a couple of made free throws by Shoshani Pappas, making the score 46-14. Hidden Valley operating here in the near corner. They give it up to Taylor Graham. Graham trying to take a screen from Blanton right. Then she feeds Blanton. Back outside to Graham. Graham driving the middle of the floor. A strong take, no points. Blanton with the offensive board, no. How about Kelly with a third chance? She dribbles out beyond the arc. Kelly bothered by Modine here in the near corner. She's got to get rid of it and finally does to Taylor Graham. Graham is going to hand it off to Willow Brazil. She's got it in the right hand, head of the key. 24 to shoot for Hidden Valley. Brazil just tries a three. She's going to try to use the glass. It doesn't go, and the rebound is picked up by Henley. Shade rifles the pass ahead to Modine. The extra pass to Conrad. It's beautiful to see when Conrad scores two like that. 48-14, Henley in front. 2:35 to go in the first half. Here's Brazil taking a Blanton screen left. Actually denies it. Tries to drive the right side. Then she gives it up to Michaela Dean. Dean is going to have her pocket picked by Michaela Schroeder. Schroeder getting out in transition. She'll give it up to Shade. Over to Facel. Left wing three. No good. Rebound is collected by Modine. Modine to Conrad. Near side from the mid-range. Her shot off the mark. And Michaela Dean gets the rebound. Passes ahead to Madison Kelly. Along the near side of the floor for Hidden Valley. Here's Brazil. Taking a screen going right. Rifles the pass to Naomi Blanton, then back out to Brazil. Head fakes a three, then puts it on the deck. Gives it up to Kelly. Straightaway three for Madison Kelly. She's not able to make Henley pay for that one. Naomi Blanton in for the offensive rebound. The putback no good. And they're going to say Schroeder got tied up looking for the offensive board. The possession arrow is going to favor Hidden Valley. We're also going to see some subs come in for the Hornets. Gretchen Sheen. I believe Senya Campos is in this latest sub as well. And here we go. Taylor Graham to inbound for Hidden Valley. She's looking for the long inbound to Kelly. She's not going to find it. And in fact, a timeout is going to be called. No timeout. We got an official at the scorer's table, though. I thought I saw Coach Denson call time, but I'm mistaken. Here we go. We're ready for basketball. Graham to inbound, tries to find Kelly in the near corner, but the pass is intercepted by Facel. Pass goes ahead to Gretchen Sheen. She fires it off the bottom of the backboard in transition. No good there, and Hidden Valley comes the other way. Here's Brazil into the front court. Looking to Kelly, near side wing for a triple, misses wide right. Rebound's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Henley basketball. 1:23 to go in the first half, and the Hornets with a 48-14 lead. Pappas in the middle of the floor, gives it up to Facel, tries to find some room in the middle. Her shot blocked by Blanton. Mustangs try to get out in transition, but then turn it back over into the hands of Gretchen Sheen. Gretchen is then fouled, trying to get the ball into the front court. And that is Hidden Valley's 5th team foul. No, that's their 4th. I stand corrected, but that is the 3rd foul for Taylor Graham. They're going to have Graham check out for now. Try to keep her out of trouble on senior night. And they'll replace her with Kaylee Bennett. Inbound pass goes to Sheen. Then they look to Conrad for a wing three. She got it. 5 points for Brooklyn Conrad and a 51-14 ball game. Graham gives it up in the near corner to Dean. Dean a couple of steps to her left, tries to get it up top to Blanton, taken away by Conrad. Her shot blocked by Blanton, but Sheen there for the putback. Good job by Naomi Blanton beating her offensive player in transition, but no one trailing, and that cost Hidden Valley there. 2 points for Gretchen Sheen. Here are the Mustangs. Brazil operating on the outside, guarded tightly by Conrad, giving it up to Bennett. Bennett takes a screen going right, picked up there by Conrad as Pappas switches on to Brazil. They try to find Kelly with it on the wing. It's poked out of bounds. Kelly's the last one to touch it. And the Hornets, with 19 3/10 of a second to go in the first half, will inbound the basketball. Pappas. Pass goes ahead to Sheen. Back to Pappas, trying to find some room on the left side. Down underneath to Conrad. Gets it in close to Facel, but it's a turnover. The Mustangs now with 7 seconds. Brazil into the front court with 5, with 4, with 3. Bennett with 2, with 1. The Mustangs are not going to get a shot off in time. And a 53-14 game as we head to halftime. We'll be right back with the Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show after a 2-minute timeout on mybasin.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
Welcome back to Henley basketball tonight on mybasin.com. It is halftime of the girls varsity contest between your Hornets and the Hidden Valley Mustangs. 53-14 our score at halftime. This is the Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show. Harbor Isles exists to provide a clean, multi-use facility for the advancement of health, wellness, and longevity to its members and the community. We invite you to join Harbor Isles, where they feature top-of-the-line equipment, full-service personal training, and an array of group exercise classes. Again, 53-14 our score at half. Let's introduce you to the leading scorers first for the Henley Hornets. Michaela Schroeder at the top of the board right now with 15 points. She's helped out by 11 from Gretchen Sheen, 8 from Senya Campos, 6 from Lily Fassell, 5 for Brooklyn Conrad, 4 for Preston Shade, and 2 for Shoshani Pappas. For the Mustangs tonight, they are led by Willow Brazil. She's got 5 points. Madison Kelly has 4. Kaylee Bennett has 3. And Taylor Graham has 2. Your scorers thus far for Hidden Valley. For Henley, I feel like I say the same thing every week on this halftime show. Not much to discuss as far as the Hornets go. They are just a good basketball team. I got to say, Hidden Valley has done some things on the offensive end that through the first 2 times we played them this season, they haven't done. A lot more screen and roll. You're looking at trying to get Blanton in close. They got Bennett in close a couple of times. They looked to include Michaela Dean. And so they're making these passes, and they're good passes. The Hornets, the Mustangs, just having a hard time putting the ball through the hoop. And, boy, when you go in amongst the trees and you're met with Michaela Schroeder or Gretchen Sheen, who, again, I've said this earlier as a sophomore, this year I think Gretchen Sheen can make the case for the best defensive player in the conference. I'm not saying she is. I'm saying she can make a case for it, and she's showing Hidden Valley why tonight. Coming up with steals, same thing with Lily Fassell. I think if you're going to give Sheen competition on best defensive player in the conference, her competition is probably Lily Fassell. And so you combine these 2 great defensive players against a team that turns the ball over already quite a bit. Those 2 girls are really hungry to turn the ball over for their team, and so far it's working for Henley. A 53-14 lead at halftime tonight, and they are looking to cruise on through, finish out a good second half of basketball tonight on the road. Of course, you see on the floor warming up right now the boys for both of these teams, and again, much like the girls' contest, the boys' teams on opposite ends of the spectrum in the Skyline Conference. Of course, the Mustangs will be the league champs, and Henley has missed the postseason. And so you reverse the roles for the girls and guys games. But I think the Henley boys are a little bit more competitive with the Hidden Valley boys. We'll see tonight. They played tough earlier in the season. This is the 3rd meeting between them this year, and excited for our nightcap later on tonight. We're going to step aside for a minute here on our Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show. We'll tell you what else is happening in the Klamath Basin when we return next on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image. Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
(53-14) our halftime score tonight. Wanted to only take a quick break as we transition things and take a look at the picture in the state tournament. Before we get to the 4A class, want to remind you a couple of 1A boys teams in action tonight. The Cross Point Christian boys in the round of 32 in the 1A postseason. They are taking on they're taking on Click Attack Glenwood tonight. That co-op there, number 24. They started 7 minutes ago at 6:30, bottom of the hour. About an hour ago, I assume that they are reaching a conclusion soon in Chiloquin. The number 8 Panthers hosting Harper Charter in the round of 32 tonight. That's in the 1A class. The other Skyline Conference game happening in the Basin tonight, Mazama hosting Phoenix this evening. Henley, the number 5 team in the OSAA rankings coming into tonight, and that does affect our playoff seeding. It will be our playoff seeding if it holds. You'd say 5 plays 12, that's Scappoose, but Scappoose actually not in line to make the postseason as of tonight. They're 4th in the Coapa League. They are right behind Tillamook, a game behind the Cheesemakers. Because the Cheesemakers beat them earlier in the season, Tillamook has a game tonight. Scappoose does not, and so see how that shakes out. But those two teams, 11 and 12, one of them is going to make it in, one of them is going to be left out. I believe that whomever it is, it's either going to be Scappoose, Tillamook, or possibility of maybe the Dalles or Madras. It's hard exactly to say. Cottage Grove is also in the running to maybe come down and play Henley, although I'm thinking it's going to be Tillamook or Scappoose, whichever team makes it there. That's my guess. Again, hard to say for sure until the rankings freeze at the end of this week. But Henley girls basketball going to have a home game to kick off the postseason. Right now, trying to wrap up a road win tonight. We're going to take a break here on the halftime show. When we come back, third quarter action between Henley and Hidden Valley on mybasin.com.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Josh Eldridge back with you on mybasin.com. The score 53-14 between Henley and Hidden Valley. Mustangs start with the basketball, but they fire up a three-point shot that's off the mark, and the Hornets get the rebound. Schroeder, Shade, Campos, Sheen, and Facel on the floor for Henley. For Hidden Valley, it is Graham along with Kelly. They've also got Harley Hips along with Sam Lesher and Michaela Dean. A three-pointer, by the way, taken and made for Henley, makes it 56-14. I believe that was Facel who made the shot, giving her 9 points. Looking down at my book when that shot was made, so I apologize there. Here's Lesher, head of the key for Hidden Valley. 1 minute gone here in the third quarter. Lesher drives in, unable to hit the shot in close. Campos gets the rebound. Shade ahead, off the glass, no. Sheen, the rebound, no. Rebound this time is a long one, falls out to Facel. She gives it up to Campos, left wing three all alone. Campos can't hit. Another opportunity for Henley, this time though rebounded by the Mustangs. Lesher, a great feed in close to Taylor Graham for two. Like I said at the top of tonight's broadcast, Sam Lesher is not a player who's played a ton this year for Hidden Valley, but when she's on the floor, expect her to do the ball handling duties, that time coming away with an assist. On the other side, Henley comes up empty on a three-pointer. The Mustangs looking the other way. They find Graham for a deep one, no good. Shade wrestles away the rebound from Lesher. They throw it off of her, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Henley basketball. Hornets need someone to inbound. That'll be Schroeder. All right. Preston Shade gives it up to Senya Campos. Fakes a pass left. Drives into the middle of the floor. Weaves in amongst traffic, no. But Schroeder there to save the day once more. Michaela Schroeder, 17 points for her on the ball game tonight. And her team up by 41. 41. Here's Lesher on the other way. Tries to give it up to Harley Hipp. She tries a three. Then underneath to Lesher, a strong take. Unable to hit in close. Rebound falls to Michaela Dean. They try to get it back outside to Lesher, but it's taken away by Preston Shade. She is all alone in transition and scores two. Shade has got 6 points tonight for Henley, and a 60-16 game. Lesher on the right side loses the dribble. It was poked out by Facel, actually, so the Mustangs get to keep it. Graham to inbound. Also, Kaylee Bennett checking in. Michaela Dean to the bench. Inbound to Bennett. Whips the pass to Hips, top of the key. Trying to get it out to Lesher, but Shade with another takeaway. In front to Sheen. She can't control the pass. Hornets getting a bit ahead of themselves on that transition play, resulting in the turnover, and the Mustangs will get it back. Here's Bennett. Gives it up to Lesher there on the left side. Lesher finding a little bit of room on the wing. Gives it up to Hips. Hips splits the defense. Rifles the pass to Kelly. Blocked by Facel. Lily's second block tonight. And ball goes out of bounds. Mustangs will keep it. Graham looking for somebody. Looked for Hips, top of the key. The long inbound is taken in the backcourt. Hips now brings it in front. Giving it up to Bennett. Bennett trying to get in between the defense. Fields a double team and then turns it over. Facel in front to Campos. Campos around the defender. She is going to double dribble. And so the Mustangs get it back. A sub in for Henley. Welcome to the ball game, Kennedy Modine. And also Shoshani Pappas. And that's it. Sheen going to take a seat on the bench. It looked like Brazil was getting ready to check in, but she has not made her way to the scorer's table, and so we're ready for basketball. Here is Bennett. Bennett rolling the pass in underneath to Graham, kicking it to Kelly in the corner. Kelly trying to drive baseline, pushes Pappas to the ground. Should be, I believe, an offensive foul, and it is. All right, now Brazil getting ready to check into the game. She'll replace Harley Hips. 60-16, 4:21 to go in the third quarter. Modine has it between the circles. Pass comes to Preston Shade. Shade guarded tightly by Brazil, but finds a way around her. Puts up the shot in close, no. Schroeder with the rebounder, put back, no. A third chance for Schroeder, off the mark. Rebound falls to Taylor Graham. Ahead for Hidden Valley. Here's Brazil on the right wing. Tries a three. It's no good. Schroeder with the rebound. Probably was fouled 3 times coming down with it, but no whistle. Schroeder coming ahead here for Henley. Gives it up to Shade. Now to Modine. Modine trying to drive the left side. She'll get whistled for a travel. I got to give credit to Michaela Schroeder not letting that rattle her. I mean, I'm serious when I say that she was bumped 3 different times coming down with that board. And no whistle came out, but kept her head on her shoulders. A lot of players let that frustrate her, but I think Schroeder's so used to getting fouled without a whistle. It's a common thing that happens to bigger players in the middle. You see it happen at all levels. A 3 taken and made that time by Kaylee Bennett. Her second made triple for Hidden Valley. That one looked pretty off the bank. Fassell answers with 2 and 1 coming up at the line for Lily Fassell. 62-19, but the point I was making about Schroeder, I mean, like I said, you see this with so many players who play big in the paint across the basin. You see it with Michaela Schroeder, fouled often. I think you see it a lot with a guy like Brock Throne at Cross Point Christian School. I think you see it with Leah Hernandez a little bit with Mazama. She doesn't play in the paint a lot, but she takes a lot of contact when she does drive inside, and it's just a byproduct of being in the middle of the action and trying to bump around and get rebounds yourself. Going up and in close, and when you're a little bit taller than the average player, you're a little bit broader in the shoulders, you're going to get bumped quite a bit, and sometimes the officials won't call it every time. Score is 64-19 after a made free throw that time by Lily Fassell. 3 taken and missed here by Lesher. And Henley operating the other way. Here's Modine splitting the defense. A strong take on the interior. Not going to get it to go. Fassell with the putback, no. Schroeder a 3rd chance, no. A 4th chance for the Hornets. A 5th chance. They finally get fouled. Lily Fassell headed to the line. Hard work on the glass pays off. That's the philosophy for Henley. Talking with their coaches, I mean, you give yourself 3, 4, 5 chances at a shot on a single possession, good things are going to tend to happen, whether it's a made bucket or a foul or whatever it might be. That's what Henley's after. First free throw made by Lily. She's 2 for 2 at the line this game. And, okay, now we have a sub coming in. All right, Harley Hips into the game. Kelly to the bench. It looks like Conrad getting ready to check in as well for Henley, but she'll check in for the shooter if Lily makes this free throw. Here it is. All right, new into the game. It's Brooklyn Conrad. 66-19. Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here we go. Bennett has it up top. Driving the right side, takes a screen, has some room. High off the window, no good. The rebound falls to Shoshani Pappas. Pass ahead to Shade. On the arc, Shade gives it up to Pappas. Thought about a 3, then drives down low. A tough shot for Pappas, won't go. Schroeder battling for the rebound, picks it up off the deck, is going to travel. And some subs coming in. Gretchen Sheen will replace Preston Shade. All right. Hidden Valley into the front court. Pass intended for Hips, taken away by Modine. Modine down underneath to Sheen. She is going to travel. Sheen went up for the shot, didn't release it. Heard footsteps, and that'll be a travel every time. Hidden Valley the other way. Here's Bennett. Bennett trying to find Blanton. Had trouble with it at first and then does. The pass intended for Hips, taken away by Sheen. Sheen tries to get it out to Pappas, stolen by Willow Brazil. Now Brazil giving it up to Bennett there on the left side. Bennett has some room, head of the key. Gets the pass to Brazil. Thought she might have just double dribbled, but she drives it in the middle of the floor, throws it up off the glass, no, and the rebound falls to Schroeder. Now it's Gretchen Sheen. Throws the pass to Modine. In the corner to Conrad for 3, no. Rebound falls to Sheen. She goes back up and scores 2. Gretchen Sheen now with 13 points on the contest. Actually, we've got her at 16 here in the gym. I'll update that total. I'll take their word for it. I know I missed 2 points earlier in the contest. Here's Naomi Blanton giving it up to Willow Brazil. Guarded by Shoshani Pappas. Brazil, with under a minute to go in the third, passes it into the corner to Bennett, trying to get it out to Hips, but Gretchen Sheen with a takeaway, stays in bounds. Gretchen Sheen in transition all alone. She adds 2 more. 18 points for her, 43 seconds to go in the third quarter. A 3 by Willow Brazil, no good. And the rebound falls to Kennedy Modine. Modine ahead to Sheen, too much on that pass, unable to keep it from going out of bounds. And the Mustangs will take it. With 32.5 seconds to go in the period, the shot clock is off. Here's Bennett into the front court for Hidden Valley. Lofting the pass to Hips, but it's stolen away by Pappas with 20 seconds to go. Pappas racing into the middle of the floor, stops at the free throw line, gives it out to Conrad for a 19-foot jumper. It doesn't go. Schroeder with the rebound. She's fouled on her way up. She'll be shooting 2. Picking the right path can make the journey easier, the distance shorter, and can assure you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or you just want a great checking account, Sage Credit Union can help you reach your goals. Michaela Schroeder's first free throw is good. Give her 18 points tonight, ties her up for the team lead with Gretchen Sheen. Another one for Schroeder. Leaves that one short. The rebound is going to fall back to her, right through the legs of Naomi Blanton. Schroeder backs her way down and scores. Great strength that time by Michaela Schroeder. Hidden Valley, a full court shot at the buzzer. Nearly goes in, but misses wide right out of the hands of Kaylee Bennett. 73-19 our score after 3. We'll have a running clock for our fourth quarter when we return on mybasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Getting set for fourth quarter action tonight from the Evergreen Federal Bank Sports Complex on the campus of Hidden Valley High School for tonight's Skyline Conference affair between the Hornets and the Mustangs. After 3 quarters, 73-19 the score. Henley in front, and we'll have a running clock for the remainder of this one. The margin more than 40 points. Henley looking to wrap this one up by keeping everybody healthy, and same, I suppose, for Hidden Valley. Pappas in the corner. Gives it up top to Conrad. Has her pocket picked by Brazil. Brazil saves it from going out, but gives it right away to Sheen. Down low to Campos. Spinning around off the glass and in. A nice finish around the cup for Senya Campos. She's now got 10 points tonight. Pass comes near side to Grant. A 3 from Conrad, no good, and the rebound falls to, from Hidden Valley, no good. Henley gets the rebound, ahead to Sheen, and she adds 2 more. Gretchen Sheen, a fantastic night from the floor tonight. She's leading her team with 20 points. Here's Brazil. Top of the key, rifles the pass to Lesher there on the wing. Lesher working against Campos, stops on the block and then turns it over to Sheen. Sheen racing ahead, she's relentless tonight, although this time she misses the layup in transition. Stepping out is Willow Brazil. She gets tied up with Pappas and it'll be Henley basketball. Modine, Schroeder, and Shade checking in. Campos, Facel, and Sheen to the bench. All right. Henley to inbound. This is Modine, and she gets it into Pappas, now to Shade. Here's Modine, catch and shoot, left wing three, in and out. Rebound is won by Madison Kelly. Kelly has tons of room on the interior, closes up quickly. Good recovery defense by Shade and Schroeder to deny Kelly an easy look at the rim. Pass in the corner to Pappas, head fakes a long one, drives in from 8 feet, Pappas too strong. Conrad the putback, no. Schroeder a third look, you bet. 79-19, 5.5 to go. Brazil drives the right side, a great take, too strong on the lay-in. The rebound falls to Shade. Pass ahead to Pappas. Pappas goes between her legs, around the defender. She is going to be fouled on the floor. I believe she was shoved from behind after that nifty between the legs dribble. Looks like they're going to get Kelly for that foul. That's her second. And the scoreboard says 5 team fouls, although that's got to be incorrect. We should have an official timeout to sort this out. Stop the game clock. I have a feeling this is going to take a moment to sort out exactly. And so we are going to take a 30-second timeout here on mybasin.com. 79-19 the score. And we are in the fourth quarter. Back with more next on mybasin.com.
The Klamath Basin is beautiful, from shimmering Klamath Lake to rich farmlands to the historic downtown. And with an average of over 300 days of sunshine every year, the Klamath Basin is a great place to be. We here at Basin Media Active have been supporting this community for many years, keeping it entertained and informed with friendly faces and familiar voices. You can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, stream live local sports, and check out our community calendar, all on our website, mybasin.com. And you can download our app for free in your app store right now. Basin Media Active, local, community, engaged.
Hidden Valley with the basketball as we bring it back to the fourth quarter. Brazil driving inside, tries to use the glass, unable to score. The rebound falls to the Mustangs. The shot from Michaela Dean, no good. It goes out of bounds and Henley takes it. So it was quicker to figure out than I thought it was going to be. When we went to commercial a moment ago, missed a couple of possessions, but neither team scored. So I suppose no harm, no foul. 79-19 our score. 4 minutes to go in this one. Pass comes to Peyton Modine. Modine throws the pass to Natalie Robles, gets it to Shade. A 19-foot jumper is left short, and the rebound falls to Madison Kelly. 2-on-2 in transition. Kelly loses her defender, tries a three, it's no good. The rebound picked back up by Michaela Dean. She shoots and scores 2. We got a timeout called by Hidden Valley? Oh, timeout called by the official to get subs in, I think. All right. Those last 2 points, by the way, from Michaela Dean, her first of the night on senior night. And Peyton Modine has it up top. Throwing the pass to Modine. Modine, head fakes in, a great take and a great score. Credit the assist to Peyton Modine, and 2 points for Kennedy Modine. And we're getting some more subs in for Hidden Valley. They just want to keep the game going right now, but they are checking Harley Hips into the game. Hidden Valley wanting to get their seniors on the floor, and that's understandable. Brazil is subbing out the junior. We've got all 5 Hidden Valley seniors on the floor for the last 2:40 of this one. That's Taylor Graham, Madison Kelly, Sam Lesher, Michaela Dean, and Harley Hips. Over and back, nearly, but the Mustangs save it. But they gave it right up to the Hornets. Kennedy Modine ahead for Henley, picks it up, gives it underneath to Peyton Modine. Back outside to Kennedy in the middle of the floor. Pass comes near side, then outside. Natalie Robles a three, got it. First 3 points for her tonight, 84-21. 2 minutes to go. 84 points for Henley. That is 2 points away from their season high in league play. Here comes Kennedy Modine. Gives it up near side to Robles for 3. Back-to-back long ones for Natalie Robles. 87-21, and the Hornets have a new Skyline Conference League season high with 87 points. Lesher on the drive, up and in for two. A nice shot there for Sam Lesher. And now we're going to have all the seniors for Hidden Valley come off the court. And to an ovation here inside Mustang country. These girls have put in one heck of an effort in these last 4 years, and they deserve all the love and adoration. Taylor Graham, Madison Kelly, Sam Lesher, Michaela Dean, and Harley Hips. And those first three players, multi-year varsity starters, and playing their last game inside the Evergreen Federal Bank Sports Complex tonight. Peyton Modine, a three. 90-23, 109 to go in the fourth. Bennett trying to get the pass in close. It's nearly taken away by Henley. A float shot, no good. Rebound this time falls to Knable. Knable has it stolen by Pappas. Ahead to Modine, in close. Modine unable to score. Gets her own miss, goes back up with it, no. Pappas, a rebound for Henley. She goes up, no. Robles, a fourth chance. That's off the mark. Another one, and it goes out of bounds. All right, Pappas to inbound once more. Shot clock is off, 30 seconds to go. Gets it up to Peyton Modine. To Pappas in the corner for three, no good. Pappas fouled. She will be shooting 3 free throws. You know, I was thinking on that last possession underneath the cup, Henley was probably fouled 2 or 3 times. I'm thinking, okay, running clock, it's 90-23. I hate to state the obvious, but I don't know if we need to be calling fouls right now. And then you get a 3-point foul on Pappas, which kind of took away my theory. Pappas makes her first. 3 points for her in a 91-23 game. A miss on the second. Want you to stick with us during a brief post-game coverage. We'll give you our final scoring as well as line you up for the boys' game tonight. So stick with us after a 2-minute timeout at the conclusion of this one. Pappas goes 1 for 3 at the line, 20 seconds to go. The Mustangs into the front court. They're down 90-23. Pass to the wing to Gagnon. She drives inside, gets rid of it to Bennett, to Blanton, a long 2, off the window, no. Rebound falls to Natalie Robles, and with 5 seconds to go, they're going to give it up to Peyton Modine. She's going to hold on to it in the backcourt. The Hornets come to Mustang country and will go home with a resounding 91-23 win. We're taking a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll run down our leading scorers for you next on MyBasin.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
91-23, our final score tonight as we get ready to run down your leading scorers tonight. First for Henley, led in scoring by Michaela Schroeder with 22 points. Gretchen Sheen had 20. Lily Fassell had 13. Senya Campos had 10. You also had 6 each from Natalie Robles and Preston Shade. 5 for Brooklyn Conrad. 3 each for Shoshani Pappas and Peyton Modine. And 2 for Kennedy Modine. Kaylee Bennett led Hidden Valley in scoring with 6 points. Willow Brazil had 5. 4 each for Taylor Graham and Madison Kelly. And 2 for Michaela Dean, your scorers tonight for Hidden Valley. It is senior night here at Hidden Valley High School. Want to highlight Taylor Graham, Madison Kelly, Sam Lesher, Michaela Dean, and Harley Hips for playing their final game here at Hidden Valley High School. And unfortunately, a tough draw on senior night as Henley has been humming right along in conference play. With this win, they improved to 11-0, 18-5 overall on the season. Hidden Valley falls to 7-17, 2-10 in league play, and this was their season finale. No game for Friday for the Mustangs. This was the final note written in the 2025-26 season for the Mustangs. Want to give a big thanks to Coach Brenda Mendez, her whole staff, for working with us this season, making sure we always had everything we needed before the broadcast, and hoping the best of luck for her, not only the springtime, throughout the summer, but coming up next season. Can't wait to see what this Mustangs girls team looks like in the future. They've got some good players coming up as well. You look at a player like Naomi Blanton, she's a junior. The obvious ones, Kaylee Bennett will be a senior next year. Madeline Knabel is sticking around. Willow Brazil will be back. Hidden Valley, they're losing a couple of great players in Taylor Graham, Madison Kelly, and Sam Lesher, and Michaela Dean, Harley Hips. Really good players for this program the last 4 years. But Hidden Valley, they're going to retool and hoping the best for them to come back and be competitive next year in the Skyline Conference. This year, a 91-23 loss in the season finale. The Hornets have one more game coming up on Friday. That will be against the Phoenix Pirates. We've still got one more game coming up tonight from Mustang Country, as in just a few minutes, actually probably about 10 or so minutes, we'll be joined by the listening audience on the radio in the Klamath Basin on 104.3 FM, 960 AM for our coverage of Henley boys basketball tonight. Like I said, tip-off scheduled for 7:30 in about 20 minutes. We'll be back anywhere between 10 and 12 minutes for our pregame coverage. Hope to see you then. Stick around for more Henley hoops tonight on mybasin.com. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Henley Hornets basketball tonight on 104.3 and 960 Sports and on mybasin.com. Tonight, we're coming to you live from the climate city of Grants Pass, Oregon, as the Hornets on the road for a Skyline Conference affair against the Hidden Valley Mustangs. My name is Josh Eldridge. Thank you so much for joining us tonight from the Evergreen Federal Bank Sports Complex on the campus of Hidden Valley High School. The Hidden Valley Mustangs have already clinched their conference championship with their 10-1 league mark, a 16-7 overall record. Henley has been eliminated from postseason play, 4-6 in the conference, 10-13 overall. Pride on the line tonight for Henley. They feel they should have beat Hidden Valley last time these two teams met back on February 6th, the game in which the Mustangs outlasted the Hornets inside the nest 54-53. The Hornets looking to get over that hump and give an L to the league champs tonight on the road. We're going to step aside real briefly here on our pregame coverage. When we come back, we'll tell you a little bit more about what happened last time these two teams played, a look ahead for the conference champion Hidden Valley Mustangs. We'll also introduce you to the starting lineups as well as tip-off around the corner on 104.3, 960 Sports, and mybasin.com.
What are the best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan.
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
Josh Eldridge back with you tonight live from Hidden Valley High School, home of the Mustangs, for this Skyline Conference game. The Hornets on the road. The Mustangs have already clinched a Skyline Conference championship for the first time in 16 seasons with a record of 16-7, 10-1 entering play tonight. This their season finale before they look ahead to the postseason. It's going to be a little bit of guesswork on my end here, so bear with me before we introduce you to the starting lineups tonight. Just want to give you an idea of what's next for Hidden Valley. As the 16th-ranked team in the OSAA state playoffs, they're on the cusp of not even getting a home playoff game despite winning the Skyline Conference. You still have to be in the top 16 rankings-wise to earn that home playoff game, or at least that's how I recall the rule. And right now they're at number 16. So a win tonight would keep them right where they need to be. A loss could put a home playoff game in jeopardy despite a league championship. Now, if they hold on to the number 16 seed or number 16 ranking, they would then go up to the number 8 seed in the playoffs, which means they would play number 9, which as it stands right now is Junction City out of the Sky M League. They are a half game back of the Marshfield Pirates for the league championship there. 3 teams from that league in line to make the playoffs: Marshfield, Junction City, and Marist Catholic. Again, a handful of teams will get at-large bids, and Marist in the running for that as the number 6 team in the state of Oregon. All the rankings freeze at the end of this week. I believe Saturday night at 10 o'clock is when the rankings freeze, and we'll know who, when, where, how all the teams across the state are participating in the postseason. But tonight, 36 minutes in front of us, Henley Hornets taking on the Hidden Valley Mustangs. Let's introduce you to the starting 5 tonight. For the visitors, the Henley Hornets. They go like this: a junior, number 4, Corbin Hamilton; a senior, number 10, Reese Schmierbach; number 14, a junior, Micah Ibarra; number 20, a junior, Carson Sims; and number 44, a freshman, Brody Fullerton. The Hornets are coached by Brian Stock, and he's assisted by Dylan Woodrum. And now the starting 5 for the home team tonight, the Hidden Valley Mustangs. Number 0, a senior, Jesse Connell; number 1, a senior, Evan Neufeld; number 11, a junior, Cooper Gagnon; number 22, a senior, Eric Combs; and number 24, a senior, Mauricio Mendez. The Mustangs are coached by Jordan Kassler, and he's assisted by Steve Gutierrez. The Mustangs tonight in their home white uniforms, Mustangs written across their chest, and the Hornets tonight in their yellow uniforms, Henley written across their chest in white tonight. Our officials from the Rogue Valley Basketball Officials Association. It's time for basketball tonight from Hidden Valley High School. Again, my name is Josh Eldridge. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. When the Mustangs and the Hornets get together, it's always a good one. Henley looking to avoid a season sweep at the hands of the Mustangs tonight. In the circle, Brody Fullerton and Mauricio Mendez. All right. Here we go. The tip up is controlled by the Mustangs. They try to get it into Eric Combs quickly, but the Hornets come away with a steal into the hands of Carson Sims. Micah Ibarra has it in the far left corner. The Hornets go from left to right. Sims skips the pass to Hamilton in the near wing. Hamilton takes a step right, tries to feed Fullerton, slipping the screen, and one. Brody Fullerton, the hoop and the harm to start this one. Brody, a freshman, already making an impact here against the league champion Hidden Valley Mustangs. The Mustangs are celebrating their first league title in 16 seasons. Their last one came in the 2009-2010 season. And there was a stretch there where Hidden Valley was the dominant force in the Skyline Conference for the better part of the early 2000s up through the, 2010 season. The free throw is no good for Brody Fullerton, so it's still a 2-0 lead for Henley. 30 seconds gone in the first quarter. Evan Neufeld with it on the right side, finds Cooper Gagnon in close, and he scores a pair for the Mustangs. Tied up at 2. 40 seconds gone in the opening frame. Micah Ibarra with it on the left wing. Looks to Schmierbach, head of the key. Then they find Sims on the right side. Sims puts it on the deck. Now to Ibarra straight away. He's guarded there by Neufeld. Micah thought about a step back 3, then gives it up to Hamilton straight away. Hamilton fields a double team. Then they throw it to Sims on the right. Now to Schmierbach in the corner. Trying to take a screen. Mendez hanging all over Fullerton, but they get the pass off to Sims. His 3 is no good, and the rebound is going to fall to the Mustangs. Evan Neufeld bringing it up for the men in white. Neufeld celebrating his senior night this evening at Hidden Valley. Neufeld has it there on the right side, guarded by Schmierbach, one of Henley's seniors, and turns it over. Fullerton intercepts the pass and gives it ahead to Corbin Hamilton. Hamilton has it now on the near side into the hands of Sims. Now Ibarra, top of the key. Ibarra kicks it to Sims here on the right wing. He's looking for Schmierbach straight away. Schmierbach driving in against Combs, throws it to Sims for a wing 3. It rattles in and out, and Mendez picks up the rebound. It goes ahead to Evan Neufeld. Again, a 54-53 win for Hidden Valley. Last time these two teams played on February 6th. Neufeld driving the left lane, high up off the window, it won't go. Mendez at 6'5" beats everybody for the board once, is unable to make it go, and Ibarra cleans up the rebound. Micah along the far side of the floor for Henley, gives it up on the right side to Hamilton. Hamilton trying to feed Sims, gives it right back to Corbin, now up to Micah on the left side. Jab step right, goes left, he is going to be fouled before the shot. And so they're going to charge it to Evan Neufeld. That is the second team foul for Hidden Valley here in the first quarter. 5:47 to go and a tie ball game, 2 apiece. Ibarra gets the pass inside to Fullerton, then outside to Schmierbach. Schmierbach now over to Hamilton. Hamilton give it up to Ibarra. He's well beyond the arc, 25 to shoot. Now Schmierbach on the left side, puts it on the deck, gets into the paint, gives it up to Hamilton for a near corner three. It's no good. The rebound is going to fall to Eric Combs, and the Mustangs taking their time. This is what they do. Coach Kassler, be my pick for this year's Conference Coach of the Year. He's done a great job with this program. Well coached, they slow things down, they play their pace, and that's part of the reason why they're league champs. Evan Neufeld, a wing three, no good. Rebound falls to Cooper Gagnon, spins up, puts it around and in. 4 points for him, all of Hidden Valley's points with 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. They've got a 2-point lead. Schmierbach driving in, gives it up to Ibarra. He's going to dribble right into a three and cashes in. Timeout called, a 5-4 lead for Henley. 4:52 to go in the first. Back with more next on mybasin.com.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
5-4 lead. Henley leading Hidden Valley. Only 3 minutes gone to go in the first quarter. And now Evan Neufeld tries to get it up to Jesse Connell, but the pass poked out of bounds, I believe, by the Hornets. And so it'll stay Hidden Valley basketball. Cooper Gagnon, a junior, to inbound again. He's got all 4 points for Hidden Valley so far tonight. Now Evan Neufeld. Guarded by Ibarra all the way up the floor. Neufeld knifing the dribble between his legs. Going to give it up to Gagnon there on the right side. Now back to Neufeld in the corner. Mendez slips a screen up and in for an easy 2 for him. He scores his first 2 on senior night. A 6-5 lead for Hidden Valley. Schmierbach denies a handoff, tries to drive in against Combs, and then gives it up to Sims on the outside. Sims dribbling himself into the corner, gives it up top to Schmierbach. Schmierbach driving in against Combs, is bumped, gives it up top to Hamilton, now Sims. Sims rifles the pass to Ibarra, right side, 15 to shoot. Ibarra outside to Sims, jab steps with his left foot, then out to Schmierbach. Schmierbach back to Sims in the corner, thought about a 3, drives in, takes one from the left elbow, the shot no good. Rebound is going to fall to Evan Neufeld. Neufeld crosses the timeline here for Hidden Valley. Ibarra comes out to guard him there. Now to the hands of Combs. Here's Mendez over to Connell. Connell rifles the pass to Gagnon, intercepted by Ibarra. Micah along the far side of the floor, gives it up to Schmierbach. Rifles the pass to Sims, near side, right wing 3. Sims finds his range on that one. Knocks down a triple and gives the Hornets a 2-point lead. 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Pass goes to Jesse Connell. They give it back to Neufeld, now to the front court to Gagnon. Has it at the half-court logo here on the white floor at Hidden Valley High School. You can see the student section filing in front of us. Here's Gagnon along the left side of the floor. Gives it up to Neufeld, denies the handoff. Neufeld, a free throw line jumper, not going to go. Mendez picks up the board to Combs, a corner 3, too strong, and this time Schmierbach picks up the board. Reese racing ahead here for Henley, nearly lost it, but then gives it up to Hamilton on the right side. Hamilton dumps it underneath to Fullerton. Gets Gagnon to jump. Fullerton lays it up and in for 2. The freshman has got 4 points, and his team leads by as many with 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Lofting the pass ahead to Jesse Connell. Comes back to Neufeld, lofting it to Gagnon in the middle of the floor. Bodies his way to the cup for 2 more. Cooper Gagnon having himself a fine first quarter with 6 points. Henley the other way. Schmierbach up and in for 2. Love that aggressiveness from Reese Schmierbach. 12-8, 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Neufeld gives it up to Connell there on the right side. Back to Neufeld on the left side, guarded by Micah Ibarra. Brings it along the right. Schmierbach switches on to him there. They give it up top to Connell for a 3. He leaves it short, and the rebound falls to Hamilton. Hamilton ahead to Ibarra here on the right side. Micah tries a 3. It's no good. Fullerton with the rebound. Kicks it out to Hamilton. Corbin going to slow things down for the Hornets. He kicks it to Schmierbach. Denying a screen left. In fact, Schmierbach calls for it, never receives one, and drives right. Eventually, the pass finds its way to Micah Ibarra. He takes a screen left. Mendez switches on to him, and then they find Schmierbach on the wing. Schmierbach back out to Ibarra. Connell guarding him now. Then to Sims in the corner. 15 to shoot. Sims in the middle of the floor. A right-handed floater is up and in. 5 points for Sims, and a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. 14-8, a Henley lead here in Mustang country. Evan Neufeld has it into the front court now for Hidden Valley. Giving it up top to Cooper Gagnon. Again, he's got 6 of Hidden Valley's 8 points here in the first quarter so far. Gagnon throws it over to Neufeld on the right wing, trying to find Gagnon down underneath again. He feels like he's got a mismatch, but Sims pokes it free. Schmierbach picks up the loose ball, he was about to pass the head to Ibarra, but he was fouled from behind. And a third team foul for Hidden Valley. Got to give credit to Sims there. Gagnon was backing him down in the paint, but the smaller player able to poke the basketball free. We're also going to see Talon Taylor, Kai Taylor, and Kai Montag check into the game. Inbound pass goes to Kai Montag. Schmierbach then to Talon Taylor in the corner. Taylor, a great game last time out for Henley. Ibarra, a 3 is no good. Here's Combs the other way for Hidden Valley. They kick it to Connell in the corner, giving it right back to Combs for 2. 4-point game, 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here's Ibarra into the middle of the floor. Gives it up to Kai Taylor. He's stopped by Mendez. Then back out to Ibarra for 3. You bet. 2 made triples tonight so far for Ibarra. 17-10, Henley in front. Shot clock is off, 20 seconds to go. Here's Connell. Back out to Neufeld. Henley with a press here on defense. Neufeld. Again, shot clock is off. The Mustangs are going to take the last shot of this period. They're patient. Neufeld dribbling in against Schmierbach. Takes a hard screen from Mendez. Neufeld dribbles into the middle of the floor. The shot no good. And that will end the first quarter. 17-10 the score. And the Hornets lead the Mustangs after 1 quarter. Back with more next on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Second quarter action begins now on 104.3, 960 Sports and MyBasin.com. The Hornets lead Hidden Valley 17-10. Rafael Pena, Brody Fullerton, Talon Taylor, Corbin Hamilton, and Carson Sims on the floor for Henley. For Hidden Valley, it's Mendez, Combs, Connell, Gagnon, and Neufeld. Hornets nearly turn the ball over. Here's Talon Taylor in the paint. Now Hamilton in the corner for three. He cashes in. 10-point lead for Henley, 20-10. 7.5 to go in the second quarter. Neufeld gives it up to Connell. Connell down underneath to Gagnon. A turnover. Fullerton gets it. Sims ahead here for Henley. Going to try to get it underneath to Talon Taylor, but Taylor's going to step out of bounds. Tried to save it from going out. A little bit too much on that pass from Sims. And results in a turnover. We're going to see a sub in for Hidden Valley. Welcome to the game, Deegan Fonts. The sophomore will replace, I think that was Connell who went to the bench. Neufeld walking it up. Here's Fonts in the backcourt again. Henley pressing here. Took 10 seconds for Hidden Valley to get the ball into the front court. Took too much time. And Coach Kassler going to let his boys hear about that one. That's exactly what you want for Henley, is to pressure it in the backcourt and force a violation of some kind, and now a chance to expound upon their 10-point lead. Rafael Pena takes the inbound pass. He's got into the front court here for Henley. Right-handed dribble here for Pena. Takes a screen going right around two defenders. Pass goes across the floor to Sims. Too much on it. He steps out trying to receive the pass. That was a good job by Hidden Valley's defense. They got Pena trapped in the near side. They jumped him, switched onto him off a screen, and forced a turnover after a tough pass. And so both teams here in the start of the second quarter showing off good defensive adjustments after the first. Evan Neufeld with it. He has it there at the top of your screen. Top of the key, tries to drive left, rifles the pass in the corner. Gagnon's been hot tonight, but he misses the triple. Mendez with the rebound and the putback. He's got 4 points tonight, and it's a 20-12 game. Rafael Pena there on the far side. Throws it to Corbin Hamilton on the left wing, guarded there by Gagnon. Hamilton takes it around, head of the key, looking for Sims, and a carry is going to be called against Hamilton. And so it'll be Mustangs basketball. 6:26 to go in the second quarter, and an 8-point Henley lead. Neufeld, pass comes near side to Fonts, gives it back to Neufeld, the half-court stripe. Waiting for the Mustangs offense to line up, calls for a Mendez screen, a little screen and roll, pass into the corner to Gagnon. Run that play back-to-back times, but Gagnon misses the shot twice, but Mendez there to clean it up twice. You have him operating in the paint. He's going to chase down any rebounds that your shooters miss. Sims into the front court in a 6-point game. Now to Hamilton, top of the key. Gives it up to Pena. Pena knifing the dribble between his legs. Takes it along the left side, then out up top to Sims. Now Talon Taylor, straight away three. It rattles in and out. Sims with the rebound. He drops it on his way back up, and it's Mustang basketball. Kai Taylor in. Reese Schmierbach in. Pena and Fullerton, the two freshmen, to the bench. All right. Pass goes ahead in the middle to Cooper Gagnon. Tries to get it out to James Barrett, the sophomore in the corner. Not going to find him there. You got a guy like Mendez. He runs the screen and roll so well. You have to have someone come in and guard him, and it leads to an open man in the corner. I mean, the pick and roll is one of the oldest offensive innovations in basketball, and it'll still be an important part of the game. Check back with me in 100 years. And Hidden Valley runs the screen and roll really well with Mendez. This time a corner three taken and missed, and Henley comes away with the basketball. Schmierbach getting it into Talon Taylor from the left block. Taylor through all sorts of contact. Finally, a block from Mendez. Hidden Valley coming the other way. Pass goes to Fonts. Has it along the outside. Now up top to Neufeld. Down in the far corner to Gagnon. He will travel before the shot gets off. And Mendez was asking for some sort of foul. Not exactly sure what. But it will be Hornets basketball. And we've got a side out here for Henley in front of their own bench. I think it was just a matter of trying to figure out where we're going, but it looks like we're ready to go. 5:06 to go in the second quarter. Henley still looking for their first points of this quarter. See if Micah Ibarra can find him. They flash a double team, and then they give it up to Schmierbach. Schmierbach trying to drive right, denies a Hamilton screen. Now it's Taylor, now it's Ibarra on the near wing. Ibarra to Hamilton, straight away for three. It's no good. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be Hidden Valley ball. Sub in for the Mustangs. Jesse Connell is back in, and Eric Combs back in as well. Mendez and Fonts to the bench. Mustangs big man off the floor. See if they can get something going on the offensive end. Here's Connell. Pass comes near side to Neufeld. Neufeld has it, head of the key to Gagnon there on the right side, looking for Barrett. Instead, they find Combs straight away. Now Neufeld on the left wing. Neufeld gets it up top to Barrett for three. He is a deadly shooter, James Barrett. He can knock him down from long range. That's the first of what could be many tonight for him, and he makes it a three-point game. 4:16 to go in the second quarter. Talon Taylor gives it up to Ibarra. He thought about a triple, and then a whistle away from the basketball. I think it was three in the key for Kai Taylor. And so Brody Fullerton will replace him. And a turnover gives Hidden Valley the basketball. All right. Neufeld up top, gives it up to Connell, back to Neufeld. Mustangs beat the press. Just trying to make them work a little bit. Neufeld there on the right side, gives it up top to Barrett. Barrett to Gagnon. Gagnon drives in the middle of the paint, loses it on the drive. They're going to say he was in the shooting motion on the foul. And that's going to give the Mustangs a pair of free throws here. 3:51 to go before halftime. Mustangs closing the deficit here. Now down only by 3. All right. Want to remind you tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com, brought to you in part by Coldwell Banker, Holman Premier Realty. Little things can add up to big bills when you're buying, selling, or owning a home. That's why Coldwell Banker, Holman Premier Realty's exclusive beyond the sale guarantees protect buyers, sellers, and homeowners from unexpected repair bills. To learn more, call Coldwell Banker, Holman Premier Realty today. A split trip at the line for Cooper Gagnon gives him 7 points in the game, and the score is 20-18, 3:43 to go before halftime. Montag trying to operate around the perimeter, drives inside. He will be fouled by Jesse Connell. Connell got all ball with his hands, but certainly fouled Montag with the body, and so that'll send Kai to the line for a pair. The junior trying to extend the Henley lead. Tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com, also brought to you by the folks at Klamath Falls Subaru. Through the Subaru Love Promise and Subaru Share the Love events, Klamath Falls Subaru has donated thousands of dollars to dozens of hometown charities. Comfortable and not corporate at Klamath Falls Subaru. Stop by and say hi. First free throw for Montag was good. He's got a second one on the way. It is no good. Sims leaps for the rebound. Outside to Ibarra for three. It's no good, and a foul on Kai Montag on the rebound. And 3.5 to go in the second quarter. Henley with a 3-point lead. Mauricio Mendez getting ready to check back in for the Mustangs. He will replace Eric Combs. All right. Inbound pass goes to Neufeld, and again the Hornets on this press. Instead, they push it ahead to Gagnon, puts on the gas, and he scores. Cooper Gagnon's having a great game tonight, and that's how they beat Henley's press this time, just by getting it to him in the middle of the floor. Hornets go around the horn on the offensive end. Ibarra has it in the corner, down underneath to Montag, fading away from the cup. He can't score. Fullerton with the rebound, feeds Montag, cutting to the rim. This time it drops for Kai. It is 23-20, 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, and for Montag, 3 points on the game tonight. Pass goes to Gagnon in the middle of the floor. He tries to do it again. This time the rebound collected by Brody Fullerton. Gives it up to Montag, splits the floor, and an offensive foul against Kai Montag. That was Jesse Connell, who went in, stood his ground, and took the charge. All right. And we're making the Mustangs players wipe up the floor. I don't know if Neufeld volunteered for that. There we go. The official's going to mop it up. We see if we get Mr. Osofsky out here, the athletic director. I see him on the far side, but I think we got it. I think we're all set. 2:44 to go before halftime. Henley a 3-point lead. Evan Neufeld gives it up to Connell, back to Neufeld. Now near side to Connell. Connell trying to get it to Gagnon. It's poked away by Schmierbach. Ibarra picks up the loose ball. Schmierbach now on the far side. Up top to Ibarra. Thought about a triple, then throws the pass near side to Sims. Sims in the middle of the floor at the free throw line. Out to Fullerton. Fullerton bothered away from the cup by Mendez. 20 to shoot. Ibarra backs way out, takes a Fullerton screen. Mendez switches onto him, and then they give it up to Schmierbach on the wing. Schmierbach driving inside. 10 to shoot now for Henley. Here's Ibarra. Step back, out to Sims. Left wing three, no good. The rebound picked up by Gagnon. Gagnon racing ahead for Hidden Valley. Not having to face the press this time. Gagnon drives right by Ibarra. A right-handed floater is in. Cooper Gagnon, a man possessed here in the first half, brings his team within one. Here's Sims in the near corner. Trying to drive baseline is Sims. Turns around from the baseline. His shot off the mark, and Mendez picks up the loose ball. Cooper Gagnon racing ahead for Hidden Valley. He's going to try to give his team the lead, and he does. Wow. 24-23, a minute and a half to go in the second quarter. Schmierbach with it on the far side, gives it up to Sims. Sims now to Ibarra on the right wing. Jeremiah Brunick into the game for Henley. Ibarra, a free throw line jumper's not going to go. Rebound falls to Mauricio Mendez. The Hornets on a scoring drought, something serious here in the second quarter. Gagnon, a step back three, leaves it short. Sims with the rebound, still a 1-point game. 1 minute remaining in the first half. Schmierbach on the right side, driving in against Barrett. A slick move, up and in for two. Schmierbach with 4 points. 25-24, 52 seconds to go in the half. He gives it up on the far side to Connell. Connell back to Neufeld. Trying to find some room. 43 seconds to go in the first half. Neufeld guarded by Schmierbach. Now to the hands of Gagnon. Gagnon working against Ibarra, looking for an open man. He finds Neufeld there on the right wing, down underneath to Gagnon. Give and go, spinning on the right block. He leaves the shot short, gets his rebound. He's shooting a couple of free throws after getting fouled. So a chance again for Cooper Gagnon to give his team the lead. They've got him at 13 points tonight. I've got him at 12, so one of us is incorrect. Regardless, a great game. Can't take that away from him. However many points he has, he's got most of them for Hidden Valley. He's done a great job getting into the middle of the floor, collecting those rebounds, going back up, and he's been instrumental in trying to help the Mustangs beat the press tonight. Gagnon will shoot two at the line. Want to remind you as they clean up some sweat on the floor that tonight's broadcast on MyBasin.com is brought to you in part by the Pacific Power Foundation, whose goal is to support the growth and vitality of local communities through charitable investments. Over the past 5 years, the Pacific Power Foundation has awarded over $13 million to nonprofit organizations. Big thanks to the foundation for all the great work they do back home in the Klamath Basin and supporting us for this season of Henley Hornets basketball. Gagnon's first free throw is good, and so he gives Hidden Valley, he ties the game at 25, and a chance again to give him the lead. Checking into the game for the Mustangs, Mason Vasquez, a sophomore in, and I believe Deegan Fonts returned to the game as well. All right. Second free throw coming up for Gagnon. It is good, and Hidden Valley a 1-point lead. Shot clock is off here in the second quarter. 25 seconds remain. Schmierbach gives it up to Talon Taylor. Now Sims, top of the key. Jab steps with his left foot. Henley looking for some points here to end the half. Here's Talon Taylor. Driving the right side, out to Sims. Sims nearly loses it. A scramble for the basketball at the free throw line. Sims is fouled and one. A wild play at the free throw line. Sims nearly lost it and then comes out on top with the foul and a free throw looming, giving the Hornets the lead and a chance to make it a full possession as Ibarra checks in for the Hornets. Neufeld and Connell check in for Hidden Valley. And what a play there for Sims. Nearly lost it entirely. All right, and a free throw coming up for Carson. It is no good. Mendez gets the board. 5 seconds to go in the half. Gagnon into the front court. Drives all the way in. His shot off the glass is no good, and a charge, I think, taken by Carson Sims. And great job there by Sims. A great end to the first half. 0.4 of a second. Not much going to change here, but boy, for Sims, who had a ice-cold first quarter shooting the basketball, he's had a great final about 20 seconds of this first half, from getting those 2 points to then taking a charge. And theoretically, Henley could get a shot off. 0.4 of a second is the rule to get a shot off in time. You need at least that amount of time. So let's see. Sims, not going to get it. We're going to halftime, and Henley has a 1-point lead. 27-26. We'll be back with our Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show after a 2-minute timeout on 104.3, 960 Sports, and mybasin.com.
Come on in. Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness and Performance, and just a little bit about us. So we started in March of 2020, opened right before COVID hit. It's been a wild ride. So one of the things I'm super passionate about is this idea of being guides, or think about like a map and compass. If you think about our job as physical therapists is to take a person who's had an injury and help them kind of go from point A to point B. And everybody's journey is different. It's never a straight line. It's nice to have someone that's been there, that's walked that path before many times. And so we see it as our honor and privilege to be able to walk with patients through those little steps along the way of getting back to doing the things they love. So to get a hold of us at Elevate, you can call our number at 541-887-2030. Check out our website, elevateptfp.com. Or check us out on Instagram, shoot us a message.
The Klamath Basin is beautiful, from shimmering Klamath Lake to rich farmlands to the historic downtown. And with an average of over 300 days of sunshine every year, the Klamath Basin is a great place to be. We here at Basin Media Active have been supporting this community for many years, keeping it entertained and informed with friendly faces and familiar voices. You can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, stream live local sports, and check out our community calendar, all on our website, mybasin.com. And you can download our app for free in your app store right now. Basin Media Active, local, community, engaged.
27-26, our halftime score tonight from Hidden Valley High School. It is the Hornets who lead the Mustangs as we enter in the Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show. Harbor Isles exists to provide a clean, multi-use facility for the advancement of health, wellness, and longevity to its members and the community. We invite you to join Harbor Isles, where they feature top-of-the-line equipment, full-service personal training, and an array of group exercise classes. Again, a 1-point Henley lead at halftime tonight. Hornets led in scoring at halftime by Carson Sims. He's got 7 points. Micah Ibarra pitched in 6, 4 each for Reese Schmierbach and Brody Fullerton, and 3 each for Corbin Hamilton and Kai Montag, your scorers for Henley. For Hidden Valley, Cooper Gagnon's had a great performance in the first half. 15 points for him. Mauricio Mendez has 6, James Barrett has 3, and Eric Combs has 2. It's been a game of runs so far in this one. It was a tightly contested part of the first quarter. Henley went on a nice run to end the first quarter. Hidden Valley started the second quarter on, I believe, a 13-3 run to find themselves back tied in the game, and then, or probably would have been a 13-5 run, I suppose, when they got tied up at 25. A good job there by Hidden Valley to pull things even, but Henley was able to make a couple of clutch shots and some free throws down the stretch to cling on to a 1-point advantage at halftime, 27-26. This is the final regular season game of the season for Hidden Valley. Henley has got one more, but a couple of teams in the Klamath Basin have already started postseason play. We'll tell you what's been going on with our 1A and 2A schools coming up as we continue your Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show on mybasin.com and 104.3 and 960 Sports.
so lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
27-26 our score at halftime. The Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show continues as Henley leads Hidden Valley in this Skyline Conference affair. This is the final game of the regular season for Hidden Valley. They are moving on to the 16-team OSAA State Championships after winning the Skyline Conference for the first time in 16 seasons. Congratulations to all the players on this squad, and Jordan Kassler, the head coach. Took him a long time to get here. He's been building this program up, and it's come to fruition this season. They are off to the state tournament. Looking for home court advantage. They'll need a win to solidify that tonight. Even despite winning the conference, you need a top 16 seed to make sure you host that home playoff game. And right now they are at number 16. So any fluctuation the wrong way, and Hidden Valley, despite a league championship, may have to travel for their opening round playoff game. But despite that, if the playoffs were to start today, they would be the 8 seed. They would be taking on Junction City as the 9 seed heading into the postseason. That game would be here in Murphy, just south of Grants Pass. A couple of 1A teams from our area have already played their opening round playoff matchup. Congratulations to the Mountain Valley League champion, number 8 Chiloquin Panthers. They defeated Harper Charter in the round of 32 earlier tonight, 81-47. They're moving on to play Cross Point Christian for the 4th time this season. The Mountain Valley League runner-up number 9 Warriors defeated Klickitat and Glenwood, that co-op there, 86-50. So we're going to see a 4th meeting between the Panthers and the Warriors in 2026. It will be played Friday at Chiloquin High School. The winner there will advance on to the 8-team OSAA 1A Boys Basketball State Tournament in Baker City. A lot on the line there. We're hoping to be able to cover that game for you on mybasin.com, bring it to you for free. It's still up in the air on whether or not we'll be able to get clearance for that. As you get to this point in the season, the state playoff broadcasts, the rights for it, are owned by the Oregon School Activities Association and the NFHS Network. Sure, you're familiar. And so we just got to make clearance, make sure we can bring it to you for free on Friday night. But keep your eyes on our Facebook pages, and we'll be making those announcements hopefully tomorrow on whether or not we'll have coverage for that one. Here's what I do know. We've got a second half of basketball in for you tonight here at Hidden Valley High School. If the first half is anything that we should expect in the second half, it's going to be good basketball. So grab a seat and join us for the second half next on 104.3, 960 Sports, and mybasin.com.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place and then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Welcome back to Mustang Country, the site of tonight's Skyline Conference affair at Hidden Valley High School, as the Hornets lead the Mustangs 27-26. 5 on the floor for Henley. Coming out of the break, it's going to be Reese Schmierbach, Carson Sims, Brody Fullerton, Micah Ibarra, and Corbin Hamilton. For Hidden Valley, Cooper Gagnon, Evan Neufeld, Mauricio Mendez, Eric Combs, and Jesse Connell. Hidden Valley starts with the basketball. And it will be Neufeld as the Mustangs go from left to right. Neufeld has it on the block. They kick it out to Connell in the corner for a three in the lead, but it's no good. And Ibarra comes away with the rebound. They had Micah nearly trapped at half court. Might have gotten away with an over and back. Instead, Hamilton's got it. Now outside to Ibarra for three. He leaves it short. Rebound saved from going out by Brody Fullerton, but he fires it off the back of the backboard. And it will go out of bounds. The Hidden Valley student section in front of us going to let Micah know that missed everything. Try not to let him shake you, though, as this student section, one of the best in the state, one of the loudest in the state. Ibarra comes away with a steal. That's a way to shake it off. He's going to try to nail a corner three, and that's how to silence a student section. Timeout is called, 30-26. 45 seconds gone in the third. Back with more next on mybasin.com.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
30-26 the score. Henley leading Hidden Valley, and the Hornets on a press coming out of the break. They rifled the pass ahead to Combs as Hidden Valley, but it's a turnover. Fullerton with the steal, gives it up to Schmierbach. Reese racing the right side of the floor, outside to Sims for three. No good. The rebound will fall to Cooper Gagnon. He led Hidden Valley in scoring 15 points in the first half. Trying to add 2 more. He's fouled on the shot. He'll be shooting a pair. Actually, that was Neufeld who wound up. No, it was Gagnon. Neufeld was standing at the line for a moment, threw me off. The difference between 1 and 11 could sometimes go unnoticed, but Cooper Gagnon, he was 3 for 4 in the first half at the free throw line, and like I said, he's got 15 points. First free throw is good, makes it a 1-possession ball game. Second one on the way. Rattles home, and a 2-point lead for Henley, 30-28. 6:55 to go in the third quarter. Ibarra with it on the right side, gives it up to Sims. Connell onto him, now Schmierbach, now Hamilton in the corner. Hamilton brings it around the horn, a right elbow jumper for Hamilton, hits back iron, doesn't go, and Mauricio Mendez pulls in the rebound. No press coming up for Henley this time, although Ibarra is going to meet Neufeld at half court. They'll give it to Gagnon to cross the timeline. Pass comes to Neufeld here near side. Little screen and go here for Connell. Too many steps in the paint. He travels. And with a minute and a half gone in the third quarter, Henley regains possession. Schmierbach and Hamilton together now into the front court. Schmierbach throws the pass near side to Hamilton, guarded beyond the arc by Gagnon. He throws the pass back on the right side to Sims. Sims guarded up top by Connell. They throw the pass to Schmierbach near side. Takes a Fullerton screen going right. Then top of the key to Ibarra. Now Hamilton in the corner. Thought about a three. Tries one from the left elbow. This time Hamilton finds the range and scores 2. 5 points for him and a 5-point lead. Pardon me, a 4-point lead for Henley. Mustangs able to beat the press. Gagnon throws it in the far corner to Combs. All alone for 3. Too strong, but Mendez there for the putback. Mauricio Mendez with 8 points for him tonight and a 2-point deficit for Hidden Valley. Ibarra giving it up to Schmierbach there on the right side. They give it to Ibarra in the corner. Hamilton's on the right block. Gagnon guarding him, but a fadeaway jumper from Hamilton hangs on the rim, doesn't go. Rebound picked up by Hidden Valley. Here's Neufeld into the front court. Denies a Mendez screen left, dances into the paint, but leaves the floater short. Connell with a steal, and then Combs saves it from going out of bounds. Nearly. Good effort there by Eric Combs, all for naught though. And it will be a Henley ball. Kai Taylor checks in. He'll replace Brody Fullerton. Here come the Hornets, the opposite way. Schmierbach. Hand off to Sims on the right side. Now top of the key to Hamilton. Hamilton trying to direct some traffic, looking to get it to Schmierbach in close. It was nearly stolen by Deegan Fonts, but it slipped through his hands out of bounds. Hornets bailed out there. They'll keep possession of the basketball. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, and they lead by 2. Ibarra to inbound. Looks in the corner to Sims. A catch and shoot 3. You bet. Carson Sims, another made triple. He's now got 10 points on the game, and he leads Henley 35-30. 4:50 to go in the third. Schmierbach with a steal. Up and in for 2. 6 points for Reese. And now a 7-point lead for Henley. 4:40 to go in the third. Neufeld ahead to Fonts. Fonts back to Neufeld. Trying to take a Mendez screen. Hamilton switches on to him. Neufeld driving the left side and loses it to Hamilton. Over to Ibarra. On the far side of the floor, Micah working against Neufeld and carries. Second carrying call against Henley tonight. And that'll give the Mustangs the basketball. I think Coach Stock might have been asking for a little clarification. It's not something that gets called a lot in the Klamath Basin. And when Henley goes on the road, they tend to get a couple carrying calls per game. Just a difference in officiating preferences, but it can happen from time to time. Driving inside, a nice move to the rim by Connell, but he leaves the lay-in short. Hamilton the other way, gives it to Sims in the corner. Up top to Ibarra, a deep 3, rattles in and out. Taylor with the rebound. He is fouled by Evan Neufeld. Neufeld not a fan of that call. He got tied up with Kai Taylor underneath. And the Hornets get to keep possession of the basketball and a 7-point lead halfway through the third quarter. Ibarra looks to Hamilton in quickly near side. Now over to Schmierbach. Schmierbach going to give it to Ibarra off a screen. He is still shaded to the left. Now brings it around top of the key. Switches to a left hand. Drives inside. Ibarra, the floater is good. 11 points for him. Henley leads by 9 here in the third quarter. 3:40 to go. Neufeld gives it up to Connell there on the far side. Back to Neufeld on the right extended arc. Ibarra comes out to guard him. Tries to drive left. Ibarra gives him space. Neufeld shot not going to fall. Mendez wrestles away the rebound. Puts it back up and in for 2. He's got 10 points. That was a tough bucket for Mauricio Mendez. Here's Ibarra, top of the key. Throws it over to Hamilton, shaded towards his right. Now Sims. Sims guarded by Connell. Sims will try a 3. Nothing but lace. 13 points for Sims. Ice cold in the first quarter. Sims has found his range, and Henley leads by 10. 3 minutes to go in the third. Back with more next.
It's time to reclaim your health and your autonomy. At Heartfelt OBGYN, they focus on you. Their evidence-based approach to care means fewer office visits and a targeted treatment plan to directly address your specific needs. They believe in solutions for their patients, not the industry's profit margin. The providers at Heartfelt OBGYN are committed to serving the community and giving back to the basin. Find them at heartfeltobgyn.com. Heartfelt, because you deserve to be in control of your body and your informed choices.
A 10-point lead for Henley, 42-32. Here in the third quarter, Carson Sims, 3 made triples in the game, 2 in this third quarter. And he leads Henley in scoring with 13 points. Micah Ibarra helping him out with 11. Cooper Gagnon still leading Hidden Valley in scoring with 17 points. He's out there for the Mustangs with Deegan Fonts, Mauricio Mendez, Evan Neufeld, and Jesse Connell. Henley's got Hamilton, Talon Taylor, Carson Sims, Micah Ibarra, and I only count 4. Oh, Brody Fullerton hiding from me in the backcourt. There he is. All right. I think we are about ready to go. Officials in position. It'll be Mustangs basketball coming out of the break. 3:04 to go in the third. And again, the score, Henley 42, Hidden Valley 32. And still deliberating with the officials. I think we're all set. Jesse Connell to inbound. Looks to Mauricio Mendez. Gives it over on the far side to Evan Neufeld. The Hornets pressing here on defense. Mendez has it now in the front court. They throw it near side. It's into the hands of now Neufeld on the left side. Guarded there by Ibarra. Drives into the middle of the floor. He's fouled. He misses the bucket, but he'll be shooting 2. Strong take there by Neufeld. Felt contact. Went up with the shot to earn those free throws. These will be his first free throws of the night so far. Tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com, brought to you in part by Geno's on East Main Street. They're open up every single morning at 6:30, serving their famous breakfast burritos. Those are served all day long, along with other menu items like burgers, monthly specials, and Italian favorites. You can order online at ilovegenos.com or have it brought to you with DoorDash. A perfect trip to the line for Evan Neufeld makes it an 8-point game. 42-34, 2:45 to go in the third period. Here's Ibarra. Giving it up to Sims. Sims jumped by Neufeld, head of the key. They have to give it up to Talon Taylor. Whips the pass to Hamilton in the corner. Hamilton nearly going over and back. Mendez coming out to guard him. Now Sims in the corner to Talon Taylor, 18 to shoot. Taylor to Ibarra. Left wing 3, leaves it short. Mendez with the board. Cooper Gagnon bringing things up for Hidden Valley. He's got it now in front. Driving against Talon Taylor. Gagnon takes it left, spins to his right. A beautiful take, leads to 2. 42-36, 2:10 to go in the third. Here's Ibarra into the front court. Gagnon now at 19 points. Sims give it up top to Hamilton. Gagnon comes out to guard him. Hamilton now over to Ibarra on the right wing. Into the hands of Sims. Sims thought about a deep 3. Now drives inside. Getting around Deegan Font. Strong to the cup. Sims unable to finish in close. Fullerton, the offensive board. Off the window, no good. Henley battling for a third chance. They won't get it. Hidden Valley the other way. Fouled at the cup is Jesse Connell. And he'll be shooting 2. Connell will be shooting his first 2 free throws of the game here. He's scoreless yet, but a chance to change that at the line. 1:42 to go in the third. And Henley a 6-point advantage, at 1 point leading by as many as 10, I should say. Connell, first free throw is good. Eric Combs will replace Deegan Fonts for the Mustangs. And again, a second free throw coming up for Jesse Connell. Hits back iron on the second free throw, so a split trip at the line for Connell. And it remains a 5-point game. Micah Ibarra trying to slow things down for Henley. 2 men come out to set a screen for him, and then he fields a double team. Giving it to Sims in the corner. Tries to roll it to Talon Taylor. Has a mismatch. Taylor is blocked. A scramble for it at the baseline. Taylor has 3 Mustangs around him. Misses the shot. Gets his own board. Up again. Talon Taylor. Tenacious play underneath. 2 points there for Henley. And a 44-37 lead. 1:10 to go in the third. Jesse Connell gives it up to Evan Neufeld. Has it on the right extended arc. Drives in, out up top to Cooper Gagnon for 3. He's lethal. 4-point difference now, 44-40. 52 seconds to go in the third. Ibarra into the front court for Henley. Throws it to Talon Taylor on the wing, back out to Ibarra. Back to Taylor. Taylor back to Ibarra. The Hornets slowing things down. 20 seconds separate shot from game clock. Ibarra fields a double team. Mendez switches onto him. Then they give it out to Sims. Sims, top of the key, guarded by Combs. 12 to shoot for Henley. Hamilton drives into the free throw line. Outside to Ibarra with 8. Now it's 7. Ibarra driving the right lane. A right-handed floater for Ibarra is good. Inbound pass goes to Neufeld. A 6-point Henley lead. 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Connell for 3. 7 seconds to go in a 3-point game in the third quarter. Ibarra from nearly half court. Oh my, Micah Ibarra making the call from Klamath Falls, giving Henley a 6-point lead at the end of the third. Back with fourth quarter action next on mybasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
(49-43) the score. Henley in front of Hidden Valley after an exclamation point to end the third quarter out of the hands of Micah Ibarra. Here we go. Hamilton has it near baseline. He's going to be stepping out of bounds. 5 on the floor for Henley. Carson Sims, Corbin Hamilton, Micah Ibarra, Reese Schmierbach, and Brody Fullerton. For Hidden Valley, it's Jesse Connell, Evan Neufeld, Cooper Gagnon, along with Eric Combs and Mauricio Mendez. 49-43. The Hornets looking to go on the road and try to knock off the conference champs. Hidden Valley looking to hang on to their 16th place in the OSAA rankings and continue to be in line for a home playoff game. Evan Neufeld along the right side, steps back, thought about a 3, but then turns it over to Fullerton. Rifles the pass ahead to Hamilton, he scores. 7 points for Corbin tonight and an 8-point Henley lead, 51-43. Pass to Cooper Gagnon. Everybody trips there. I think that one's going against Sims. Those two men just got tied up there. Sims going to show some sportsmanship, help him up with the help of Eric Combs as well. Want to make sure Cooper Gagnon is okay. He's had a great game tonight, by the way. 22 points for him. Hidden Valley is going to need to rely on him if they want to make a comeback into this game. You're also going to look to guys like Mauricio Mendez. He's got 10 points. Jesse Connell, a good third quarter. Knocked down a 3, which at the time brought Hidden Valley within 1. All right. We should be on. It's still a little bit wet on the floor out there. Maybe. Okie doke. Here we go. Hidden Valley basketball, 35 on the shot clock. 7:13 on the game clock. 8 points separate Henley from Hidden Valley. Cooper Gagnon to inbound here on the near side. Gives it up to Mendez. Back to Cooper Gagnon. Drives right inside. He's going to get fouled by Corbin Hamilton. And so a couple of free throws coming up for Cooper Gagnon. He is 5 of 6 at the line tonight. And like I was just saying, 22 points for him so far. And his first free throw is good. 51-44. Second one coming up for Gagnon. Leaves that one short. The rebound is won by Henley. 51-44, 7 minutes to go. Here's Hamilton into the front court. Pass comes into the corner for Henley. That's Schmierbach, who is fouled. I think they're going to charge Combs for the foul on this one. And that is the case. First team foul for Hidden Valley and the first for Eric Combs. Hornets will inbound here on the near side. You can see the student section here for Hidden Valley is in full force, and they get a turnover. Eric Combs, reverse layup, leaves it short. Tried to get flashy in transition, and he pays for it. Reese Schmierbach now in front for Henley. Now up to Ibarra. Jab step right, goes left, in the paint. Ibarra, acrobatics, no foul, no bucket. Here comes Hidden Valley the other way. Pass intended for Gagnon, taken away by Schmierbach. Henley the other way. Schmierbach to Ibarra, alone in the corner. Micah thought about a three and then gives it up to Schmierbach near side. Now up top to Sims, a deep one, no good, and the rebound falls to Combs. 51-44, 6:20 to go. Henley leads Hidden Valley. Neufeld out to Gagnon. From the free throw line, his jumper is no good, and the rebound is going to Henley. Sims rifles it a pass ahead to Hamilton. Hamilton goes up with a shot. It pops free, and the Mustangs come away with a turnover. The game's pace, I think, has gotten away from both teams. The Mustangs are looking to slow it down. Neufeld is going to give it up to Gagnon. Now back to Neufeld. This is the pace the Mustangs are trying to reestablish. Slow things down, consistent good shots. This is what won them a league championship. Henley looking to deny him. The pass goes across the court into the hands of Connell for three. He won't get it. A long rebound is won by Hidden Valley. And now Neufeld gets it back with a full shot clock. Clearing out. Here's Gagnon. Backing down Ibarra at the free throw line. He steps back, and Schmierbach fouls him. I thought Reese was standing on the defensive part of the floor. I got to see who is that. I think they're going to see it was Schmierbach. Was it a shooting foul is the question. I think they're calling that foul on the floor. And if anything, I would agree with that being a foul on the floor. I thought Schmierbach had the spot as the defender, even though he was behind the shooter. But regardless, I think do we have timeout? Do we have another towel? We got another wet spot on the floor. Boy, with how much we've had to dry off the floor, you'd think it'd be raining inside here. I mean, it feels like every time we're taking 2-3 minutes to dry it up. Want everyone to be safe, but we need some dedicated towel folks out here, I think. 5:26 to go in the ball game. Henley leads by 7. 51-44. The Mustangs will have the ball when we come out of the break, and they'll have it in the front court as well. Nope, we're still drying up the floor. It's on the other side. I'll show. For those of you watching on mybasin.com, you can see the official in front of the Henley bench. Still working at it. That's got to be a lonely feeling. Everyone in the gym is looking at him. Okay, here we go. Hidden Valley with it. It'll be Evan Neufeld to inbound. He's out there with Gagnon, Combs, Mendez, and Connell. Hidden Valley has got Schmierbach, Fullerton, Sims, Taylor, and Ibarra. All right. They're looking in close to Mendez. He fields a double team. Neufeld is going to have to inbound to Gagnon on the right wing. Guarded there by Talon Taylor. Gagnon knifing the dribble between his legs. Has it now in his left hand. Takes a screen going that way. Fullerton meets him top of the key. A deep three from Cooper Gagnon. He leaves it short. Mendez, a rebound, and he puts it back up and in. And a timeout is called by Hidden Valley. 51-46. 5 to go in the fourth. We'll take our final timeout of regulation now on 104.3, 960 Sports, and mybasin.com.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
Five-point game. Henley leads Hidden Valley here in the end of the fourth quarter tonight. I want to make an amendment. Still got one more timeout to take in regulation if we need it. But right now, we are nearing a conclusion in what's been a great contest so far. The crowd into it, the student section into it. The Hornets playing the villain tonight, and they're filling the role well. trying to knock off the league champions. They got to hold on to a 5-point lead with 5 minutes to go. 5 on the floor for them. Talon Taylor, Micah Ibarra, Reese Schmierbach, Brody Fullerton, and Carson Sims. For Hidden Valley, it's Neufeld, Connell, Gagnon, Mauricio Mendez, and Combs. All right. Henley will inbound. Hidden Valley on a light press. As Talon Taylor going to rifle it in close to Fullerton to beat the press. They throw it out to Ibarra. Schmierbach on the wing. Taylor for three. It's no good. And Mauricio Mendez with the rebound. He's going to give it up to Evan Neufeld. Hidden Valley looking to control the pace here. Again, it's what won them this league championship. Here's Gagnon throwing the pass near side to Neufeld. Takes a Mendez screen going left, has it top of the key. Pass goes to Gagnon on the left side. He was left unguarded for a moment. Mendez gets the pass inside. Schmierbach picks his pocket, and Sims picks up the loose ball. Double teaming Mendez results in a turnover, and Henley has it in the front court. Schmierbach up top to Sims. Jab step with his left foot, gives it up top to Taylor. Taylor working around the free throw line. Underhand dish to Sims. A free throw line jumper is left short, and the rebound won by Mendez. Gagnon now in front for the Mustangs. Again, Hidden Valley dictating the pace. Here's Gagnon working against Taylor. Drives the left side, brings it all the way in. High off the window and in for two. Cooper Gagnon trying to will his team back into this one. He brings them within 3. Micah Ibarra into the front court here for Henley. And a timeout called by Coach Brian Stock of the Hornets. This will be our final timeout of regulation, 51-48. 3 points separate Henley from Hidden Valley. Back with more next on mybasin.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
(51-48) the score. Henley in front of Hidden Valley here inside the Evergreen Federal Bank Sports Complex on the campus of Hidden Valley High School. My name is Josh Eldridge. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're nearing a conclusion, and it's lining up to be an exciting one. Again, about 3 minutes to go. Going to get the exact timing here once our timeout timer runs out. 3:49 to go. And again, a 3-point lead, 51-48. Henley in front. You can see the Mustang student section. They're standing on their feet, blocking our camera shot a little bit. Apologize for you there. But here's Hamilton. Pass comes in the near corner. Ibarra for three. In and out. The rebound is won by Fullerton. Squirts out to Schmierbach. Back to Ibarra in the corner. Ibarra from the left block. His shot is no good. Mendez this time with the rebound. Hidden Valley could take a 2 or a 3, would tie it. 3.5 to go. Cooper Gagnon's been the man in charge for Hidden Valley tonight. The junior drives in against Hamilton. Behind his back, the dribble off the glass. It doesn't go, but Hidden Valley gets the long rebound. Neufeld with it up top, guarded there by Ibarra. Backing things out, and the shot clock needing to reset. Should it reset? Coach Stock asking why did it reset? And so we're going to lose a few seconds on the shot clock here for Hidden Valley, I think. They've just got to decide where it's at. I'm thinking it should be right around 12 or 13 seconds. Maybe even less. What do we got? There we go. 18 seconds is what we're going to settle on. 3:09 on the game clock. And Hidden Valley keeps possession. Okay. It's Evan Neufeld to inbound. Gets it to Mendez up top, then to Gagnon. The 3, thought about it, then gives it up to Neufeld. Has it on the left extended arc. Things tightening up here as we cross the 3-minute remaining mark. Neufeld picked up by Fullerton. They throw it in the corner for Combs in the tie. It won't go. Rebound is going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Henley. Wow. Mustangs getting the basketball back. This time the shot clock does reset to a full 35. Neufeld lofts it into Gagnon. A fadeaway jump shot is going to miss, and the rebound falls to Schmierbach. Henley gets it back, up by 3. 2:45 to go. Schmierbach into the front court. He's going to give it up to Talon Taylor. Taylor trying to split the defense. He gets bumped and travels. Coach Stock trying to ask for clarification. Taylor was bumped, fell to the ground, and they're going to say that that is a travel. And so 2:39 to go. Hidden Valley will take it back. Neufeld takes the inbound. He's going to give it back up to Connell. Back to Neufeld. He crosses the timeline in time. And they give it up to Gagnon there on the left wing. Now into the hands of Neufeld. Neufeld between the circles. 19 to shoot. They give it up to Combs on the left side. He passes, but nobody's home. It goes out of bounds, and the Hornets get the basketball back. Schmierbach to inbound. He'll bring it up with Ibarra. Sims on the right side to Hamilton up top. 27 to shoot. 2:09 to go. Here's Sims with it on the right side, brings it around head of the key. Passes left, here's Schmierbach on the wing, guarded by Combs. Dribbles in, backs back out. Schmierbach trying to find some room to Ibarra in the corner. 12 to shoot for Henley. Ibarra backs it back out now with 9, with 7. Ibarra's hit one deep one tonight with 6, with 5. Ibarra throws it to Schmierbach at the shot clock expiring. It is not going to go. The rebound goes out of bounds off of Mendez, and I thought it hit the shot clock. It should have been out of bounds. Coach Kassler incensed on the Hidden Valley sideline, but Henley gets bailed out. Did we get a technical called against Coach Kassler? Was that what happened? No. Must have been a bench warning for Cass. Haven't seen a warning issued to a coach before, but I suppose a little home cook in there. Either way, Ibarra gets the inbound pass. He has it in the corner. Tries a 3. It rattles in and out. Score stays a 3-point game. Here's Evan Neufeld. Guarded by Ibarra. Brings it up the front court. Now to the hands of Gagnon. 25. Gagnon dribbles into a 3 to tie. He leaves it short. Rebound picked up by Hidden Valley. Connell fouled. He'll shoot 2. Jesse Connell tonight has got 4 points. He split a previous trip at the line. The senior on his senior night looking to hit a couple of big late free throws. Could try to bring Hidden Valley back within 1. Remember, a 1-point decision between these two teams back on February 6th. That was a win for Hidden Valley back at the Hornets' Nest, 54-53. These teams also met back on January 16th. Another loss for Henley, 63-34. That game was played here in Grants Pass. But right now, late, Henley looking to cling on to a lead. Connell cuts into it with a made free throw there. And a chance to make it a 1-point game with 1:21 to go. Connell stares down the rim. The shot is no good, and Ibarra tracks down the rebound. Still a 2-point game, 1:18 to go. Ibarra into the front court. Timeout called Coach Brian Stock. We'll stick with you through this timeout. 51-49, 1:12 to go. This is going to be a fun one here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Want to remind you tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com is brought to you in part by Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance. They use a modern and research-backed approach to physical therapy to ensure you see both a reduction in pain and enhanced mobility, getting you back to peak levels of optimal health and wellness. Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance has been treating athletes of all ages since 2020. Also want to give a shout out to Annalisa Casson at God's Gifts Photography. If you're a parent of a high school athlete tired of trying to take good photos and keep up with the action, there is a solution. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Klamath Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search her up on Facebook, God's Gifts 2, to learn more. The Hornets trying to cling on to a 2-point advantage with about 1:15 to go and knock off the league champion Hidden Valley Mustangs. For Hidden Valley still, despite winning a league championship, this is a must-win for them. A loss puts the home court playoff advantage in jeopardy for Hidden Valley as they're right on the precipice of that 16 seed. You need to be in the top 16 to ensure you get a home playoff game. A win here keeps them there. A loss puts it in question. Henley looking to hang on. Trying to play spoiler tonight. Ibarra inbounds to Schmierbach, 1:10 to go. Schmierbach trying to drive right. Gives it up to Hamilton. Hamilton top of the key. Into the hands of Schmierbach. Now Ibarra on the far side. Ibarra has it poked free. It is last touched by Connell. As it goes out, shot clock remains the same. 15 seconds, 1 minute remains. Ibarra to inbound. Into Schmierbach. Brings it along the near side. Guarded by Combs. Now to the hands of Ibarra. 10 to shoot. Ibarra driving right. Head of the key. Now with 6 to shoot. Ibarra wants this shot with 5, with 4, with 3. In the corner. Schmierbach hits a dagger 3 in the corner with 46 seconds to go. A 2-possession game. Gagnon ahead for Hidden Valley. Tries from the left side. A spin around jumper is good. The team's trading buckets down the stretch, and Henley stays in front by 3. 54-51. Schmierbach's dagger, not quite the kill shot yet. Hidden Valley not going away. 37 3/10 of a second remain as timeout is on the floor. It's been a great one tonight. Thank you so much for being along with us. While we have a moment, want to remind you of some other playoff games that were happening in the Klamath Basin tonight. Give a quick shout out to our 1A schools who advanced to the round of 16 in the OSAA 1A state playoffs. Number 9, Cross Point Christian with an 86-50 win tonight over Klickitat and Glenwood. Chiloquin with an 81-47 win against Harper Charter tonight. Those two teams advanced to play each other on Friday at Chiloquin High School. In for a great finish tonight, 54-51. Henley will start with the basketball and 37 seconds left to go. 2 seconds separate shot and game clock. See what Coach Kassler has drawn up for his team as they try to make a comeback. Schmierbach along the far side of the floor. He's going to make it into the front court for Henley and a whistle. Going to say that Schmierbach was fouled. That's only the second team foul for Hidden Valley. They're going to have to foul again. Coach Kassler telling them as much. Foul, foul, foul. We have to send them to the bonus. All right. Ibarra at the sideline. He's going to inbound in the backcourt to Schmierbach. Schmierbach's fouled. And again, foul him over and over and over again. Combs, that's his third. He's got a couple more to give. 2 more will send Henley to the bonus. Ibarra to inbound. Gets it into Talon Taylor. They're going to foul him as well. And so 1 more will put Henley to the free throw line. And a 3-point lead, 29 seconds to go. Now, as Hidden Valley, now you can choose to go for a steal. You can choose to be picky about who you foul. Racking up those fouls quickly gives Coach Kassler the options he needs here. Schmierbach going to inbound to Ibarra in the backcourt. Hidden Valley fans looking for a foul. They're saying Ibarra pushed. But instead, Henley's going to get some free throws. That is going to be some boos coming out from the home crowd tonight. Micah Ibarra to the line. Trying to say Ibarra pushed off at about half court. I suppose you be the judge. Go back and watch. You can replay it. Instant replay on mybasin.com. Ibarra has yet to shoot any free throws tonight, but in the second half he's been great. 10 second half points, 16 for the ball game. And Micah, a chance to shoot a couple here and try to make it a 2-possession game. The officials still deliberating with the top of the key. But big free throws coming up for Micah Ibarra. Again, trying to make it a 2-possession game. All right. First free throw coming up for Ibarra. The crowd gets loud at Hidden Valley, but Ibarra silences him with a make. 2-possession game, 55-51. Talon Taylor checks out. Brody Fullerton checks in. Wants the rebound. Second free throw is good from Ibarra. 5-point game, 26 seconds to go. Hidden Valley needs a quick one. Neufeld in front. Gagnon, a deep three, not going to hit. Rebound by Sims. He's fouled. No, they're going to say he traveled. Unbelievable. Sims was hounded by 3 Mustangs. He walked. He's going to have a say about it, as he should. And that's going to give Hidden Valley the basketball back. Still down by 5, 18 seconds to go. All right, it should be. That was the 4th team foul, by the way, for Henley. So one more puts Hidden Valley in the bonus, too. But, of course, it wouldn't be a stop in this one without breaking the towels out. Got to dry up the floor. Are we ready to go? I think so. Hidden Valley still needing a quick one. Here's Neufeld. Gets it to Gagnon. He's at the free throw line. They're trying to throw it to Neufeld. He's got it back out to Connell. Catch and shoot 3, leaves it short. Hamilton with the rebound, and he is fouled. Corbin Hamilton headed to the line to put this game on ice. Hamilton hasn't shot any free throws yet tonight, but he does have 7 points. 4 in the second half. Hamilton staring down the cup, 9 8/10 remaining. Hamilton misses the first. And a 6-point lead is effectively the same as a 5-point lead. It just means you have to make 3s instead of 2s. Hidden Valley is going to approach it the same if Hamilton is able to make this one or not. It rims in and out. Mendez gets the rebound. Combs is going to fire it from the 3-point line. It's no good. Rebound to Ibarra. He's going to get it. The Hornets come to Mustang country and spoil senior night for Hidden Valley. A 56-51 win for the Hornets. We'll be back to recap this one for you next on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Final score tonight from Hidden Valley High School. The Henley Hornets play the role of spoiler tonight, and they defeat the Hidden Valley Mustangs 56-51. Our leading scorers for you tonight will start with Henley, who are led by Micah Ibarra with 18 points. Carson Sims with 13. Reese Smearbach had 9. Corbin Hamilton had 7. 4 for Brody Fullerton. 3 for Kai Montag. And 2 for Talon Taylor. For Hidden Valley tonight, they were led by Cooper Gagnon at 27 points tonight. Mauricio Mendez had 12. 7 for Evan 5 for Jesse Connell, 3 for James Barrett, and 2 each for Neufeld and Eric Combs. A 56-51 win for Henley tonight. Also, I want to give a shout, Mazama with the win tonight against Phoenix as well, 72-36. A good night for Klamath Basin teams. Henley playing the role of spoiler tonight, just effectively taking away a home playoff game from Hidden Valley tonight. The Mustangs are the league champs. But you have to be a top 16 seed to solidify that home playoff game that is typically earned with the league championship. Well, Hidden Valley came into play tonight at number 16, and they just lost to number 21 in Henley. So you could feasibly see them dropping out in their season finale. The home playoff game is in question, and you're leaning towards it probably not happening. Who's number 17? We can check in on Staten tonight. Staten is the number 17 team to try to usurp Hidden Valley. The Mustangs are going to have a playoff game regardless, but whether or not it'll be at home is the question. They're playing North Marion tonight. Are the Staten Eagles? North Marion is a struggling team this year. 9-14, 2-7. You could say if Staten beats North Marion tonight, they'll take over that 16 spot for Hidden Valley, and I think that this win for Henley really spoiled the Mustangs' home court advantage for the postseason. Nothing to take away from Hidden Valley. They're still the league champs for the first time in 16 seasons, but Henley gave them a tough loss tonight, 56-51. Henley won't be moving on to the postseason. They have, tonight, left their mark on the postseason with a 56-51 win. Henley with this win improves to 5-6 on the league season, 11-13 overall. Hidden Valley wraps up their year 10-2, 16-8 overall on the season. We don't know who they'll be playing, who they travel to. It's all up in the air. Klamath Union has earned the second spot out of the Skyline Conference. They'll certainly be traveling. Tough to say where yet so far. The rankings freeze this weekend for the 4A classification. While we're still on the air and have your attention, want to offer congratulations to Chiloquin and Cross Point Christian School tonight. Their boys basketball teams each grabbing wins. For Cross Point, 86-50 over Klickitat and Glenwood. For Chiloquin, 81-47 against Harper Charter. Both of those teams advancing on into the round of 16 in the 1A OSAA state playoffs with a chance at Baker City on Friday. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, whether you joined us for both games or just the nightcap or just the finish tonight. Appreciate you all the same. Want to thank everybody who made tonight's broadcast possible. Jordan Kassler, the head coach for Hidden Valley. Brian Stock, Henley boys basketball head coach, as well as both girls coaches. Brenda Mendez for the Mustangs and Randy Denson for the Hornets. Also want to give a shout to Sam Osofsky, the athletic director here at Hidden Valley High School, for giving us a great little perch to sit in inside the Evergreen Federal Bank Sports Complex. Also, thanks to you for joining us for another edition of Henley Hornets basketball. We'll be back on Friday for the season finale, a road date with the Phoenix Pirates. But until then, my name is Josh Eldridge. So long and good night from Murphy, Oregon.